Yes, indeed.
Oh, this is so exciting to have all of us in one room. After the vlog that I posted, everyone was like, encore, we want more. Well, there we are.
More.
There is an extreme delay.
Extreme.
Unfortunately.
Yes, sorry.
Please bear with us. Listen to the sound of our voice.
Please.
Well, actually, I don't know if they see the delay or hear the delay that we hear. I think it's just on our end.
Really?
Like even the visuals, the video itself is delayed. Like my screen is frozen right now on the YouTube. So.
Well, hopefully y'all can see Grace and Toya and I.
Happy holidays. I'm very festive, you know. It's the holiday. You know, this is my favorite time of the year. So
Here goes mine. I'm just not wearing it.
Yeah, I'm
oh, hold on.
It's funny because I think it was Grace's idea to have us wear Christmas hats or Christmas sweaters or something. So we're like, yeah, let's do it. And then here I am, and here's Grace.
I just put mine on.
No, you can't do that because I don't have anything.
Okay, I'll take it off because it's messing up my hair anyway. My hair looking way too cute, so. But yes.
Okay. I gotta give a huge shout out to Burns247 because she said she purchased my Piece of Paradise self-care box.
They can't hear me for some reason.
Oh no. Can y'all not hear Toya? What? I think they can't hear me.
Oh no, we can't hear Toya. Can't hear Toya.
Can y'all hear me?
Calling my technical.
Thank you, Pretoria, for the smooches. Right back at you, girl. Then YouTube still says I have poor streaming. I don't know what else to do.
Oh, see, it's weird. On my end, Toya, they can hear all of us.
Can y'all hear all of us?
Huh?
Somebody let us know. Can you hear Jen? Can you hear Toya? Can you hear myself?
Cheshire DJ can hear us. Testing.
They can hear all of us on my end too.
A bunch of people.
Is the screen frozen on y'all end? Do y'all see us moving or does it look frozen?
Is it because
Toya has an echo. Toya, you may have to use headphones.
Okay, Candice said we are frozen. I don't know what to do. This thing is really, it's something to go live, y'all. It's okay.
Oh my God.
On YouTube, at least. It's a,
I don't know.
As much as YouTube makes.
I feel like everyone has a different review. They're like, we can hear you, or we can't hear you, or your volume is low, or it's fine.
Okay. Jacqueline says she can see the legs, but I appreciate y'all still thugging it out with us. Okay, we trying, girl, but we might just have to push forward, even if the screen does freeze. As long as I can hear our voices, then think of it like a podcast, okay? Please.
Oh, they said I'm low. That's weird. I don't know why I'm low.
Can you hear us now?
All right. On my end, they say the video is what's delayed, but the sound is fine.
Can everyone hear Toya?
Yes. On my end, they can hear you.
They just said you had an echo.
Hey,
I'll try to scream.
What?
They said my volume is low, so I'll try to scream.
Oh, I hate that the video is doing what it's doing. So it's frozen. I know, y'all, it's frozen. I don't know what else to do, my sisters. Because we've been trying for the past 30-something minutes. Everything that we was like, y'all. But if y'all can hear us and we can still hang out, have game night, chit chats, and fun. This is what.
Someone said my volume is fine on their end. Okay, I don't know. Maybe y'all need to turn up your volume.
Yeah, Jen and Toya on my end, they can hear all of us very fine. They just can't see us. I mean, they can see it's just frozen. So we probably have weird thumbnail photos right now.
No. And you know how it always freezes in the worst way?
Yes, it does.
Your eyes like half open.
I wonder, how can any idea how to fix streaming health? High five, Lee. All right, give us a second, y'all. Trying to fix audio issues. Toya, you there? Uh-oh, did we lose Toya?
Is it better now for my volume?
Toya, did you mute us? Or can you not hear us? Can you hear us, Toya? Oh, she can't hear us. Okay.
You can now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We can hear you. I can hear you now.
But you still have them at my
Yeah.
Well, they could always hear. It's the audience that can hear me. Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, mine's better now. Okay. I had my husband text me what to do, and I did it. Thank God for husbands.
Amen.
It may also be people's connection as well, because some people can see and hear just fine.
Yeah, it must be true. Yeah.
Okay.
It just says your voice is very low.
Let me know
if your voice is low, Toya, try to adjust the volume in OBS. That's what
yeah, there's too much feedback if I do, and then when I put my headphones on, I can't hear you guys at all.
I'm not be stressing myself. Gang, gang. Thank y'all for your patience as we figure this out. Did you mute us? Or can you not hear us? Oh, wow. There's a major delay, y'all. I'm logged in through my phone. Oh, my gosh.
How many people does it take? Go live on YouTube.
Thank you, BK8 Mom. Girl, I just did it today. Okay. It was a quick style.
We're talking about your hair, Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, your hair looks really good.
Thank you.
What is this? We need all the details. Is that
okay, all right. This is a ponytail clip-in. Got it from Amazon. Y'all know Amazon's the plug. I'll definitely include a link after our live.
Actually, I saw a video not too long ago. I think it was a reel of someone who bought a wig off Amazon, and it was horrible. Like, it was one of those not as advertised.
Girl, it is a hit. It's a hit and miss. That's for sure. You be like, that's why I'm happy they have that good return policy, because if it ain't working, it's going back.
True that. Well, this one's working. We like it.
Thank you. Thank you. Jacqueline, Mature Hill. Yes, this is not my hair. It's a clip-in, girl. It's a clip-in.
This is not my hair.
Hair in the front. A little help. A little. The cousin in the back. We're in protective mode.
The cousin.
Mm-hmm. You're right, the first times, you said it's always a test run. What's funny is that we did 2 different test runs and we didn't have any of these issues. Like it wasn't this bad. But we know the devil's a liar. It's okay.
Right? We texted this earlier today, y'all, like literally an hour ago, and it was all fine. We're like, oh, we're good. We got this. And then we came back, the devil was like, y'all trying to go live?
Like, okay. But it's all right. But see, so good y'all can hear us, so we can still have a good old time.
That's true.
Toya, they said they're loving your reindeer headband.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Gail Talley is so funny. She said, "Are y'all doing a version of Frozen?" Girl, the black girl version. We were not intentionally, okay.
She thinks she got jokes, huh? Well, thank you, June ETV. But no, that's not your name. She said we all look good.
Thank you, girl. Appreciate it. We thank God for the melanin. And that we take care of it. Mm-hmm. Okay, the video starting to look better.
It's been looking good on my end. I'm going to need all y'all to update your internet connections, okay?
It's looking good. Okay, it's not freezing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Okay, sorry, y'all. But it's looking good. Okay. All right. Oh, what the heck is this? Adobe Creative Cloud is needed to resolve this problem. However, it is. My friend, if you don't move from my screen, please.
Cancel, Grace. Not today, not right now.
Immediately. Please, oh. Not today, not tomorrow. Not today, not tomorrow. What Jay said?
Your audio connected to OBS.
Is my audio connected to OBS?
Yeah, how? Like is it just your computer's mic?
Yeah, I'm just using my computer audio.
I have an external mic.
For some reason, Toya is getting crazy feedback on the mic.
Oh man.
And she should.
But do you have an external mic?
Yeah, but even that is kind of just fighting us. She needs a mic.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, not Jen. See, I'm just now seeing that Jen Kiss fan on screen. You better show that black love.
Did I?
Did you?
When did I do that?
Or was it off screen?
In front of the people?
Yeah, it showed on YouTube. It's frozen on that part right now.
What? No, that must be when we're testing it.
Oh, maybe they can't see that. Okay, never mind. Jen said I would never do that. Okay.
I would never, not in front of the people. So Stan said, Toya, to lower your stream quality, might need to make the latency normal.
Oh,
because your stream is very choppy.
That's true. I have to change that. I remember that. Okay, we improving. It says my stream health is excellent, y'all. So we are Gucci in this mud coming through. No, I'm not a thug. Damn.
Grace, did you just graduate to excellent connection?
You know, I want to thank my mom and my daddy because, like, the thuggerism they gave inside of me, because we thugged it out. It says I have excellent connection now.
You can come sit with me, girl.
Yay! Hercules! I'm so happy.
Alright. I got a really good question that I want to take. First of all, now I just remember I never finished my thoughts. Barnes247, shout out to you for buying my Piece of Paradise box. And if you want to get your own self-care box, the link is pinned somewhere. Just a little shameless plug. And she has a question. She has, how can we, as your subscribers, help Black influencers get more recognition and brand deals?
What's the person's name that asked that?
Barnes247. She's going in deep.
Barnes247. May God bless you abundantly. Because that question right there, it shows how much you care. I like it. I like it.
not only did she buy my box, and she's asking, how can we support you? So we need to answer that. How can the audience support us?
Your blessings are real big, 247, just so you know. Barnes! Okay. Well, Jen, she asked it on your channel, so go ahead and go first then.
All right. I think there's a few ways that the audience can support. There's the free 99 way, which is obviously watching, liking, sharing our content, and also say sending it to people that it would be helpful to. That's one. And I would say in terms of like brand deals, I think the audience has such a deep voice when it comes to us sharing content, sharing products or whatever, because they get purchased through our links, because then now we'll make a little commission off of that. It's not a lot, but anything helps. So that's another way. If you are already going to buy something, making sure that it's through a creator's link. And then if you want to go even further, you know, if you really like want an A+ on this assignment, you can even tag brands in our content or send it to a brand saying, hey, we love this creator, we think that you should work with them, or et cetera, et cetera. I think that will go an extra mile as well. So those are the things that I would say. And if we come out with like with products and stuff, of course, then another way to show support is by purchasing the things that we come out with, like your self-care box, you know, piece of paradise. Gonna put that in as well. So those are the things that I would say. I don't know if you guys want to add anything else.
I would like to add something, please, if you don't mind. Okay. So first of all, I do definitely appreciate, y'all saw Jennifer kissing her husband. That was on camera, Jen.
Oh God.
Somebody just said it. You know, okay. Let's not. Okay. No, yeah. So a way to support your fellow YouTube content creators. Everything Jen said. I will also like to add in something that I feel like we're all experiencing right now is whenever we are, you know, sprinkling in some new content that's not a part of our regular niche. Like for instance, we all started off natural hair, but you all notice that we all also are transitioning, or not transitioning, we are adding in other stuff that we love to talk about and we have a voice in. So I would probably say that when we are bringing in new content, just support that as well. You know, I'm not like by force, but like take a chance to watch it, you know, because even if it's not a twist out video or wash and go video, but it's a video about, the ups and downs of melanin or the struggles of being productive, you know, it's still something you possibly could still relate on. So like, just give it a chance and watch it. And you might end up being like, you know what? I actually like that. Because I have seen, I mean, God's so good. I've seen some of you have left comments when I started doing vlogs. And I can count how many times I've seen people say, I wasn't even going to watch that, but because it wasn't, you know, about hair. But I just said, I'm bored, so let me just take a chance. And I actually liked your vlog. And I was just like, well, thank you, Lord. Okay, I'm happy you liked it. And there's plenty more to come. Okay, so I'll probably say encourage your fellow content creator by also embracing the new stuff that they show. Now, if it's just completely whack and you just don't like it, it's A-okay. You can tell them that too, because that helps. That helps them know, like, okay, wait. A lot of y'all not feeling this. So let me try to reevaluate, go back to the drawing board, you know. But just realize that a lot of us have strong passions in other areas, other niches, other type of content that we just hope can bless y'all. So just definitely embrace it when you see a thumbnail that might not be about the type of stuff you normally see from that person. I will also say, wait, can y'all still hear me? Jen, Toya? Okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I will also say when you see content creators that you've been rocking with for a minute come out with like their own type of line, like their own type of merch. Definitely, and I'm not just saying it because I have my own line. I do. It's called thatnaplife.com, and Latoya have hers as well. And I know she's going to talk about it, but just in case, LatoyaEbony.com. Okay, but whenever we have like merchandise and we put out this you know what we would call our baby, right? Because it's all us, you know, with a designer behind it, the owner, the pusher of it all. Mentally, emotionally, physically is not an easy thing, but we thank God for the passion to do it anyway. So I'll probably say you know, just give it a chance, look at it, see stuff you might like, and go ahead and make that purchase. And try to be a, I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you're a repeat, right? Because when you have merchandise, that means they're going to be different type of merchandise that person puts out. So definitely try to support that as well. But don't ever feel forced. I'm always like, I would love y'all support, but I want your support if you see something you actually like. But if you don't see something you like, don't be afraid to just let that be known. Hey, I think that I would have bought this shirt if this design was this way. I personally don't mind constructive criticism, because what happens is, again, I go back to the drawing board and I make it work the way that I can. That still speaks to who I am as a person, because, you know, at the same time, I can't be someone that I'm not. You know what I mean? So another way I would say, tying into what Jen said, is when we do sponsored content, don't look down on it. We're still honest.
Blow the comments
yes.
up, you know, share it.
Okay, we're the sponsored content. Believe it or not, a lot of this sponsored content, whenever we do sponsored content, it taps into a different side of us. So we're really passionate about the content we put out, even though we might have got paid for it, whether it was monetary payment or just pretty much having the gift or the item. We're still passionate about it, which means we're still truthful in what we're showing to you. We're still truthful in what we're talking about. I can only speak for these two chicks and myself. We will never, ever, ever, ever team with a company that is against our morals and our brand. Like, we just ain't gonna do that, okay? You know, we will never do that. So just, yeah, so just keep in mind.
It's never worth it.
Ever. We're not gonna sell our soul like that, okay? Because at the end of the day, when you start to get into stuff that doesn't give you joy, eventually sadness is going to come. And ain't nobody got time to be sad in this one life we live, okay? So we always stick to brands that we feel will feed y'all, and we feel that'll be very helpful, and we just happen to be getting paid to make the content. But you have to also remember that this goes back into our channel. As you can see, the way our channel started, the type of recordings y'all used to see, the type of lighting or no lighting you used to see, ain't it different? Okay, so we always invest right back into our channel, so just keep that in mind. So long story short, just support us the way you will want to be supported. I think I would say that. If you was out here putting yourself out every week or every other day posting videos, support us a lot like the way you will want to be supported. And then, of course, I'm going to also throw in the last thing. Sorry, y'all. Last thing is, for those who are believers, also support us with prayer, okay? Because being a content creator, it's very taxing. It can attack you in a way that you don't want it to. So just always pray for our mental health. That's it for now.
Is that all, Grace? Did you register? You set it off?
Listen,
is there anything else?
247 asks a very, very good question. That is, hello. I can keep going, but let me not hog it all up. I'm sure Toya got more to say too. So.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I did have to quit my live stream because my software is not working all of a sudden. So I sent everyone over to either Jen or yours, NappyFu, Grace. Oh, do they know your real name, girl?
Yes, Grace. They know. Toya.
I feel like I didn't know your name.
Yeah.
Oh, Toya, sorry. Before you begin, they're asking us to. Is there a way to write all this info, the links or websites on the screen, or for it to be pinned? Maybe I can do it in the chat. I think we can all do it within our chat. Okay, so go ahead, Toya. I'm going to pin all of our links in here. Thank you for asking that question, yeah. Her name is Wee.
No. Yes, I want to echo everything that you ladies have said. And also, there are ways in which you can continue to see our content, because the way that we can price our things and also, or price our content and kind of work with brands is when they see that high engagement. But we all know that a lot of times we're working against the algorithm. And so each platform has tools in which you can kind of prioritize your favorite creators. So if you guys really like us, hit the notification bell on YouTube, make us a favorite in Instagram, and that means that anytime we post, you'll actually be able to see our content. So there's a workaround for just about everything on most of the platforms. And when you guys see us, doing sponsored content, make a comment about the sponsored portion of the video or about the sponsored content. Because a lot of times we'll like post something and sometimes you guys will leave comments about everything but what we're talking about, which is wonderful because that's amazing engagement. But also, you know, throw us a little, okay, girl, I'm going to go to the link now or something, because brands like to see that you have good rapport with your audience and that the brand and you and the audience are all connected, and you know, it all makes sense. They like to see that you guys are engaging with the content in that way. And so those are just like really small things, you know, that I could add if you want to help us out.
Can I piggyback a little bit off of that when you talked about engaging? So just real quick, when y'all watch our videos and that's it, like a lot of, okay, like I've heard people say like, if I watch your video, then that helps you out. It does. But it also helps when you like it and you comment, and even like on Instagram. And then on Instagram, if you save a post, that adds into it too. That tells Instagram that, oh, people, let me tell you something. When y'all, the more you engage, as in liking, commenting, sharing, saving, reposting to your Instagram story, posting, making a hard post to your timeline and tag to your feed and tagging us. The more you do stuff like that on content from us that really speaks to you, the more it tells YouTube, it tells Instagram, it tells Google, it tells Facebook that y'all really rock with this person, and they should probably take a closer look at them. Okay? So I hope that helps.
It's simple things, because honestly, none of it is just disingenuous. You know, I watch people all the time that I love, and I'm sure you guys love watching us. It's just taking that extra half a second to do that. And you know, it just helps so much.
Jen, sorry, what's your blog? Is it your name? JenJackson.com, right?
It's the Jen Jackson.
Oh, sorry. The. Y'all better know. Put some respect on it. Put some respect. You're right. My bad. The Jen Jackson. I'm about to post this in the room, y'all, and pin it.
And my shop,
yes.
my
Latoya Ebony.
Shop, Ebony. Shop.Latoya Ebony.
Okay. All right, so thank you for that question, Ramon. It wasn't Ramon.
That was a great question.
It really was.
Of that, someone else asked how long it takes, how much time it takes to create a video. So that was it's a good it's a good gateway in terms of the conversation that we're having. Y'all want me to go first again?
Yeah, you haven't talked.
Oh no, she did talk.
Oh, but no, in a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I don't even know how to start with that one. So it depends on the type of video, and I'm gonna be honest.
Jen, I'm so sorry, so sorry. In this live, also, y'all, you can send us what's it called? Gifts, like what's it called, y'all? How they can super chats. Is that yes?
Like super chats.
Yes. Yeah. Y'all can do this in the live if you want to. No pressure. But that's another way they can support us as well.
That's true. That is true. Okay, in terms of how long it takes to create a video, it depends on the type of video. If we're talking about hair video, honestly, I always say this: hair videos take the longest time and the most manpower to produce, and it's ironic because those are the type of videos that I feel like we've been whipping out. So when it comes to diversifying my content, it's almost like a breath of fresh air for me because I've been talking about hair forever. So I love kind of challenging myself creatively into going into different niches and sharing different side of me. But B, I'm also tired of making these hair videos sometimes. Let me tell you something. I'm in my bathroom with the camera plugged in, damn near getting electrocuted to get these shots. So that's like part one is the washing, conditioning session and maybe styling. Part two is going to sleep, waking up the next day, and then putting on your makeup. Part three now is taking down your hair and filming that part. So that's probably like a whole day of therapy or to count hours, maybe like 10, 12-hour session. And then you got to sit down and edit said video. Now, depending on how fast you are with editing, it could take a while. And I feel like I've edited hair videos so much that I have a little bit of a recipe, but still it will take me on average like 4.5, 5 hours to edit a hair video and add my little bells and whistles and stuff to it. So it's literally like a 2-day affair when you think about, probably more, 2 to 3 days affair just to get a hair video out. So it takes a lot, which is why it hurts me when I pick some videos out and it's like, oh my God, no one cares. And here I am still within the same type of videos. When it comes to like a sit down video though, I feel like those are a little bit better when you kind of sit down and talk to the camera. Because then, say, maybe planning will take a couple of hours, and then sitting down filming probably take a couple of hours as well, and then editing will likely be like 3 hours for those for me. So then it's a little bit more streamlined. But then it depends if you have to do your makeup, if you have to get ready. So then all of that adds time to the creation process of a video. So videos are not as easy as people think. And a lot of the time, people will say, kind of shit on a video, like, oh my God, whatever, like, really comment on something, like, negative. But then when they start creating videos themselves, that's when they realize how difficult it is to create videos.
Agreed.
That's what I would say.
Okay, Melanin Drawhan. Sorry, I'm going to answer the question too, but she just asked, what is super chat and is there something wrong with me? I don't have Instagram. Nothing wrong with you, girl. You ain't got to be on Instagram, girl. Nothing wrong with you at all. Super chat is a way, I don't know. Do y'all see it on your, or was that a Instagram thing?
No, it's YouTube.
Do y'all see it? Let me look at it from my phone because I don't even see how to even have one. Oh, okay. So this is my phone, y'all. It's an iPhone. Yeah, okay. So if you like text something, can y'all see me? There's a delay, so I hope you can see my phone. But if you text something, wherever you're texting, if you're doing this from your phone, before you start texting, oh, actually, it's on the desktop too. You see that icon with the $? You can send a super sticker or a super chat. That will support our channel, and it will also push like your comment to be more magnified above everyone else's. And so will the super stickers, an animated image. So that will give more recognition in the comment section. So that's what basically a super chat is, a way to just, put little dollars in our pockets that we always invest back into our channel, and it also helps to pay some bills. Okay, thank you, Lord. Just being honest. So yes. Soulful Sheena, Jen said, try it again. Soulful Sheena, Jen said, Soulful Sheena to Jen. She said, your wash and go. She said, your wash and go though. And hand clap emoji. Okay.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
What was the question? I haven't talked so much. Oh, how long it takes?
To create a video.
Yeah.
If I'm creating a hair video, it depends. If I'm trying to do the most, as in I want to catch me washing my hair, or I want to catch different angles of me styling my hair if it's a styling video. So let me rephrase that. If it's a styling video or a wash day video and I'm trying to catch many different angles, that can take anywhere from like maybe 2 to 4 hours or so, maybe even 6. It just kind of depends. If it's a video that requires the next day results, then that's a whole day. Maybe even 24, 48 hours. It just depends on the vibe. If it's a hair video where I'm just sitting down and talking with y'all, then that don't take too long to record. That's a lot more comfortable for me, honestly. If it's a hair video that's also a vlog, then it means it's a weekend vlog, which means it'll be all 3 days, right? Now, if it's more of my newer content, which is the travel vlogs and chit chat videos, self-development videos, and all the other kind of stuff that I thoroughly enjoy talking about as much as I do natural hair, then that could take, they actually take a little bit less time than my hair videos because there's not much things I have to do except talk or make sure I shoot certain scenes that tell the entire story. So I would say that. So if we're mainly talking about natural hair videos, if that's like the main part you really want to know about, I would say that That's my longest ones, and that can take anywhere from 2 to 48 hours. So it just depends on what it is. So if it's like a video where
it takes a while.
It does.
It
does.
A long time. And the videos that you think were not going to take a long time, but like, oh, I can whip that out in a day.
Girl.
It's always something. They say it was 48, 72 hours.
Exactly. You have to also keep in mind, and I'm sure that Jen and Toy can relate to this, we have a very creative mind as well. So like when Jen just said, oh, this won't take us too long. But once we get into it, we think of something else like, oh, you know what? Let me also add this part in because and let me put this part in because this will also, and then even if you have a script, you read it, you wrote it out, you try to stick to that, but then things will pop up in your mind and you're like, I gotta add this part now. So let me just add this part. Or if you don't, then, your video will be straightforward. So that's another thing I'll say. I personally am not always a script person, but I do try to bullet point out what I want to talk about or what I want to show. When I don't use that at all,
ramble forever.
Facts. When I don't use that at all, I'm just free flowing it. Easy. Like it'd be several hours, especially like it'd be crazy. But I try to finesse that mug by splitting that video up, so I'm not giving y'all like 3 hours long of conversation. You're gonna be like, yo, we love you, NappyFu, but girl, please, So
we can't do it.
Okay. But no, yeah, I think overall hair videos can take 2 to 48. Anything outside of that, travel vlogs, those take me a while too. They do, because there's so many parts to it. It is. It's the content itself.
You just have a lot of footage that you have to go through. And
Facts.
You want to tell a story with
Facts.
At least for me, I don't like to just slap vlogs together.
At all.
I'm like
right.
Thinking about how I want a video to be even before I start filming.
Yes.
And then you film a ton of footage.
Tons.
And then you're like going through like, oh my God. And
yeah.
I can't do the people like that. So then you're chopping down all of this footage.
Very, very true. Very, very true.
Can be very long when it comes to
Girl, we're not even going to touch on the editing, Jen, because we all know the business, okay? For real, listen, I would rather record all day than to do the editing part. But yes, no, Jen is dropping some absolute truth. It does, it's very, but let me not scare you away, because in case you want to become a YouTube creator. When I first started, it didn't take me long to record because I didn't have all this different stuff and ways. I just simply hit record, did a little editing, posted, and that was fine. But as you grow in this field, right, you start to develop your style of doing things, and you start to develop a certain taste of how you want yours to flow. And that when you have a certain blueprint that you want to follow, then that could take a little bit more time, because why? You're trying to get your stuff to the place that you are able to say upload and post, right? But if you're like, no, I just simply want to record and post, I'm not trying to do editing stuff, there's a tribe that will accept that as well too. Meaning that there's people that don't mind watching a straight video with all the dead space, all the quiet parts, no jump cutting, just straight. Like you record and you post it. There's people that like that kind of video too. So don't feel compelled to, and with videos like that, it don't take that long, because you literally are recording, posting. That's it. But a lot of us come to YouTube.
And it's also, I think it's also, I hate to cut you off, but I also want to, let the audience know, like, if they are trying to become creators, that it depends on the platforms that you want to be on,
Facts.
Right? So as you were talking about kind of recording and posting and going, that kind of really, TikTok came to mind for that, because it's raw, it's unfiltered, you don't want to edit, you don't even want to have a big camera, you want to use your phone.
Facts.
And that's the platform that really supports that. And I think with YouTube, there's probably an audience for the non-edited raw videos, but part of me just cringed just hearing that, because me, I like the polish, I like the nice videos when it comes to like creating videos. It's not just putting the information out there for me, it's the creation process. Me putting it together and for it to look in a way that appeals to me. Because then if I can't sit and watch my own videos, then I'm not posting it.
Oh no, yeah.
So it depends on the platforms that appeals to you too. Because you don't need to be on every platform. You don't need to be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, You can just pick what appeals to you and go hard. Facts. I completely
agree. So I think at the end, like when it comes to, I guess just to go back to your original question, how long it takes, it depends on the content you're recording that day. Hair videos will take you a while if you are actively doing stuff to your hair. If you're just sitting down and talking, oh, 10 tips to have the best twist out, and you're not demonstrating the tips at all, then those will take a little bit less time. But what takes the most amount of time, like Jen already touched upon, is the editing. That's the part that takes us several days to where we're like, we have emotional emotional moments where we're just like, I need to step back. I need to step back, you know? But when it all is done and it comes together, you're like, it was so worth it, you know, because like she said, we have this creative brain that when we see our vision come to life, it just makes you be like, okay, all right, there's a method to the madness and it's okay. Yeah.
Before we move on, I want to give 2 shout outs. So yeah, I know you're going to go. Quickly, shout out to Samira Cut, because last Christmas she bought 5 of my self-care boxes.
Woohoo, Samira! God bless you, sis.
That's not a real MVP. That's a real MVP.
That's what we. That's a supporter.
Right?
That's a wonderful supporter.
Shout out to PSR. I think, to be honest, she's always in my comments, and I just lost it. She just donated to. She gave a super chat, I guess. Is that what you call it? Super chat. She gave some money. So thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Okay, you go now, Toya.
Sorry, I want to do a quick shout out too. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Jasmine Ogunyemi. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. As you bless me, I pray God blesses you too, girl. Yes, indeed.
Oh, there it is. PSR076. Shout out to you, girl.
Sorry, Toya.
Mentioned, no worries. Someone mentioned my fashion videos and hauls, and since you guys have covered hair, you know, when it comes to different kinds of videos, there's a process for all of them, right? So there's the research part, and the research for that, it varies depending on what kind of video you're doing. For me, if I'm doing, say, fashion, I'm researching trends. I'm looking at other people's videos to see, you know, if there's any kind of gaps in the content space that I can add my 2 cents to. I plan my outfits ahead of time. You know, there's also a portion in which I'm taking photos of my outfits. So this happens a lot of times before I even record the video portion. So I'm researching, writing like potential title ideas, taking photos, getting my outfits together. And then I get on camera, and I sometimes have 2 separate days, but I try to do this in the same day, where I have my B-roll and I'm trying on all of the outfits and showing them and everything. And then I have my A-roll where I am explaining what you're seeing in my B-roll. So that's kind of like a split screen where you guys can see me try on the outfits, and I'm talking about the tops and everything. Fashion videos also are the most expensive to create because, you know, the trends, they change, and if you want to stay up on the trends, then you're constantly buying new things to update your wardrobe, and the links, after a while, they expire. Whereas with hair videos, you know, I can buy something from Shea Moisture that's going to stay on the shelf forever, so the longevity of those links lasts a lot longer, and I don't have to necessarily buy as many products to get a good result. So it's a very different process for me. And also, there's a difference in time too if you're working with an editor or if you're doing it yourself. You know, I sometimes can crank out videos a lot faster doing it myself just because I'm with the content, I know what's happening. But if you are communicating with someone and kind of managing how they edit, it can actually take an extra day or 2 because there's that kind of latent time in between where you're trying to communicate your ideas and have them be seen in different drafted things. And then after that, for me, especially fashion videos, researching the links, making sure you guys can shop from them, making sure you can see, you know, what's on the retailers' websites, thumbnail design, optimizing the video, and then you hit record. So, then you hit publish. So there's many steps, and a lot of those steps, they do cross over, but I would definitely say that fashion videos are the most expensive, and for me, the most time-consuming. If I want to have like a really nice thumbnail and I want to, you know, take photos and things like that. Whereas hair, I can kind of just be in my room though those are very laborious videos.
Yes. A couple of
It's
comments.
okay, but we love it. We do it for the culture.
We definitely do love natural hair, y'all. But the business side of it is a totally different thing that we're eventually going to chat on, talk about. Sorry, I wanted to. Okay, sorry, Jen and Toya. Let's take a step back because we are basically crossing audiences, and some of your audience might not know me, some of my audience don't know you, and so forth and so on. I say that because it's true, but also, I just saw, Kalina Glory just said it. She says, I'm not familiar with the lady that's speaking. Can you introduce yourself and channel? So let's step back and introduce ourselves to each other's audiences so they're fully aware of who we be. Oh, I guess since it's in my comment box, I'll go first. Can I get a drum roll, please? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking. You better come. Welcome to the stage, the one and never lonely Grace. Okay, here we go. Sorry, y'all know.
From NappyFu TV.
What's?
Music.
Okay, sorry, it's over. All right, because I can keep going. All right,
It's over now.
Okay, with all seriousness, here we go. My name is Grace. Okay, last name is Olubumi. Don't say it much in any of my videos, but if you know, you know. Okay, born and raised in H-Town to the wonderful people called Esther and Luke Olubumi. Okay, they were blessed when they saw this girl come through her body. I have.
Is that when you take the mic away? I think that's what we
I think so. That's when you say reel it in. But no, yeah. So yes, my name is Grace, and in the content creating world, I go by NappyFu, and it means nappy for you. And it started years ago when, with like a lot of people, I went natural, or I went back to my natural, and I just needed an outlet and a way to kind of document my journey as well, and a way to kind of in documenting my journey, showing what I'm learning along the way. So then it kind of turned into an actual channel, and now here we are many years later. Can you just, okay, yeah. So I live in Houston, Texas. So shout out to those in H-Town, you know what I'm saying? I was born and raised in H-Town, baby, you feel me? In Missouri City, Texas, home of the pimps and players. No, I'm just joking. But yes, I was born in Houston, but I am Nigerian to the core. I always say my mom and dad brought Nigeria to my house because the way my mom disciplined me, the way they raised us, from the food we eat to the way we dress to the way we talk, they made sure we was as Nigerian as we could be in this here America. So on my channel, it is natural hair based, right? That was where I started from. But like with everything, one thing always includes many parts to it. So I do now include self-help type of videos, like mental health, self-development, organizational videos, productivity videos. I love doing travel vlogs. You know, travel is a love language for me. Faith-based videos. Y'all know I love talking about God all day, every day. What else I be doing? And really, I just do, it kind of just speaks to who I am. That's kind of the space that I'm in right now. I'm giving content that speaks to who I am. There's many layers of me, and I'm at a place in my life where I'm not afraid or shy to show it. All I can do is put it out there, and if you receive it, great. If you don't, it's still great because I'm going to continue being myself, right, who God called me to be. And then I'm on all platforms, but I'm mostly active on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, actually. So what else I need to talk about? And that is, as far as my status go, I'm temporarily single. I have 3 older brothers, and I have several nieces and nephews, which y'all can see in some of my vlogs, so make sure you check it out, okay? And what else? I guess, are we going more detail than that? Like what we do for a living? None of that, right? Okay, we'll leave all that alone. That's it. Next.
Well said.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all. My name is Latoya. I have two different channels, Latoya Ebony Hair and Latoya Ebony. So you can kind of guess. Latoya Ebony Hair is my primary platform, and it's all things hair, natural hair. I also have 4C hair. So, you know, whether that's hairstyles, controversial topics, conversation, anything like that, anything related to hair, hair care, wash days, wash and goes, all that, it's going to be on Latoya Ebony Hair. And Latoya Ebony is more of me and fashion and beauty. So fashion, beauty, vlogs, essentially, lifestyle, really. And I am also a wife. I am a mother. So you'll see my husband, you'll see my son pop in and out. And I'm an actress. I am a professional SAG-AFTRA actress, as well as equity. And SAG-AFTRA is the union for professional actors, and equity is the union for theater actors. So I have been acting for a very long time, and I sometimes will include you guys on, you know, some of that acting journey as well. So yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok at Latoya_Ebony. And I do a mixture of fashion, beauty, lifestyle there as well.
Oh yeah, lifestyle here too. Yeah, I forgot to mention it.
I thought you were gonna have a 3-paragraph essay, like.
What are you trying to say, Jen? Well, you know what? Let me add another paragraph. I do lifestyle too. Thank you.
It wasn't me. It was Petty Jen.
Well, we don't want her showing up right now. No, I'm joking.
Hello, hi. My name is Jen Jackson. The Jen Jackson all over the internet, Instagram, TikTok,
You better let them know.
Pinterest. Where else? It's probably it.
Facebook too, right?
I've been creating. Sorry?
Are you on Facebook too, right? No? Yeah,
Facebook
you are.
Too, you're right.
See?
I almost forgot. Been creating hair videos for nearly 12 years now, a really long time. I started my channel as a way to cope with my father's death, actually, and also as a way for me to take care of myself, because at the time I was just, you know, out of bed, very depressed, and I had to let go of who I was, and I was like, you know what, I got to start taking care of myself. And it's funny because I feel like I felt very indifferent about my hair back then, but then it's almost like my hair saved me, carried me through hard times, and it was just us talking to each other, chatting it up, and I had to let her know that I didn't like her at the time, and she was like, well, I don't like you too. And I was like, okay, well, what you gonna do about it then, sis? And that's how it started. We're really like, you know, fighting each other at first because I wanted her to do things that she didn't want to do. And she's like me, she doesn't like to listen. So I was like, why don't you just listen? Why don't you just stay straight? And she was like, that's not an idea, Nick. So it was very interesting beginnings, but now we are in harmony with each other. Okay, we like each other very much. And yeah, I've been creating hair videos for a really long time. However, lately I feel it in my heart to diversify more, to just share more of me, more of my journey, where I am in my life. I am a recently full-time creator. Quit my job back in August, so I've been trying to make it work. And what I'm realizing is being a full-time creator is a lot about mindset, as much as it is about strategy and doing the work. So I want to share more about just mental health, mindset, and just entrepreneurship in my platforms. So that is basically who I am in a nutshell. And on Instagram, I do create a little bit more beauty and lifestyle content, but we're going to bring that over to YouTube as well. Just like more storytelling too, just things that challenge me a little bit more creatively. I find that I enjoy the process that way a little bit more versus just kind of pumping out content just to pump out content. So that is me.
Yay! 3
Awesome.
beautiful black melanated sisters on your screen.
I
I love
have
this.
a question, y'all. I guess we kind of answered this a little bit, but she put, when did you start YouTube? We kind of talked on that a little bit. Why did you start? I believe we kind of tapped into that too. What was your first feelings when you published for the first time? I find myself double dutching with the idea. I can't seem to get in the game. Girl, get in the game. Don't overthink it.
I'm gonna let me go. Let me
Go. You got this one. Go ahead.
because I tell these girls all the time, post and forget. That is a recipe. You post and forget. You can't worry about whoever from high school is gonna think about your content. Who they can laugh as you are laughing your way to the bank at some point, hopefully. Amen. Okay. Amen. Post and forget. You just gotta put it out there. And the more you do it, the better you get at creating your content. So if you sit on this content because you try to make it perfect, you try to make it, I don't know, like you're just scared to post it, you are doing yourself a great disservice because you need to go through the process of consistently creating for the juices to keep flowing, but also for you to get better at your craft. Well, I'm so passionate about this. So post it, girl. Post and forget. Don't even worry about it. And at first, you know what? You're going to be horrible at it for the first like 200 video that you put out. Maybe not 200, 100. Okay? It's rocky because there's so much to learn, like we we're just talking about. There's the filming, the angle, the lighting, the editing, the hair and makeup. Like we do so many different roles that it's a lot to get into, it's a lot to master. So then your first pieces of content that you're gonna put out is not gonna be great, but that's okay. If you go back to my channel, and I make a point, I don't delete any videos. So if you go back into my first video from like my webcam in my bathroom, first of all, I would not recommend you going back, but I'm saying if you do go back, then you will see the humble beginnings. We all started from there. And I know right now a lot of people are literally producing content at like TV level, but don't compare yourself to them because they're in a different journey. Embrace your humble beginnings, and every content that you produce is an opportunity for you to get better at your craft.
Facts.
To do it, post and forget.
Post
don't
and
worry
forget,
about the likes,
baby.
the comments, or like thereof, or whatever. Just do it.
Don't even matter. Post and forget. Facts.
There's different platforms for different things. Like some people find it easier to post on TikTok. It's a little bit more raw and forgiving in that way. Instagram has a little bit more of a polished feel to it, but I do feel like that may be changing because I think people are really liking the raw and relatable content. And YouTube obviously has the biggest production of all of them. But what I would say is just focus on one thing at a time. When you turn on your camera, focus on one thing you want to improve. If that's, the relatability with your audience, if you have to put a little happy face next to the lens to remember to look, right into the lens, just so you can get used to looking into a lens and talking to someone like a friend. Focus on that the first time. And then the second time, you'll notice something else, like, my lighting wasn't that great. Then your lighting. And then third, just focus on one thing at a time, and eventually all of those puzzle pieces will fit together. So don't overwhelm yourself trying to be perfect with everything. Give yourself a goal and complete that goal first.
Well said.
And I just also want to add, even when it comes to TikTok, I know a lot of people look at it as, it's less production, it's easy, but it's actually not easy. Like I consume a lot of TikTok more than I want to admit, but there's still thought and there's a whole process behind TikTok videos that are going viral or TikTok creators that are performing at a high level. So it's not just whipping out the camera, low energy, talking to it. They're still like, you see them, like they're there, they're engaging with the audience. So it's not just like an easy process, I would say, as people may think when it comes to TikTok.
It's different. It's definitely different. Like, for example, I think for TikTok, you may not need like a DSLR camera. You can use your phone, and like that's the platform for that. So there's different differences. There's different. Every platform is a little bit different.
Yeah, I agree.
But at the end of the day, the common status though will be for you to still put yourself out there. Like if you're hiding behind your content because you're too scared to post it, you're not going to be successful on any platform. You're going to have to post. You're going to have to keep posting, and like Toya said, maybe improve one thing at a time, but you're going to have to hit that post button.
Yes. Well said, ladies. She said, thank you, Jen, for your enthusiastic and encouraging response. Like when you said, I got this one.
You got this.
Yes. I completely agree with everything they said. I have not much to add, especially since we have like other things we want to chat and talk about, y'all. So I did want to say real quick, 'cause I think there was something that they said to all three of us. Oh, Soulful Sheena says, "Wow, I sure appreciate the hard work you ladies put in for us. All of this is time consuming, and this time frame doesn't even include the research time regarding the info you give out to us." Facts, Sheena. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love and calling that out. Because, granted, a lot of the stuff we do, like, it might be an idea that popped up in our head, but you know, we got to do some groundwork to make sure it makes sense when we put it out there. So, especially if we're doing stuff that is fact checked, you know, so we want to make sure we give y'all references and so forth and so on. So, definitely appreciate you saying that. I wanted us to kind of talk a little bit, y'all, or tap onto some of the comments that, the questions that we got from I think all of us did a community post, and we had got some questions on there. So ladies, are y'all open to us moving to that just a little bit, and we come back to audience? I mean, we're going to always be here with the audience. Y'all know what I mean. So yes.
Well, shout out to CCB before we move on, because she says she just purchased my self-care box. Woo woo! Shout out to you, girl.
Whoop, whoop.
I think there was another one too that I saw. June E also purchased another box.
Whoop, whoop.
We're gonna sell out today, y'all.
Amen.
We'll probably have like 6 more boxes left, and I think we can do it.
What's the website they can go to again, Jen?
I pin it in my little chat thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amonatural.com.
Spell that out.
A piece of paradise.
Spell that out for them, for Toya's in my audience.
Wait, I'm about to go to it. So it's amonatural, IMONATURAL.com.
Okay.
And then / a piece of paradise. I think that should work.
A piece.
Let me test it out.
Let me type it in the
While
group
she's
chat.
testing it out, I can say I did purchase the box. It's lovely. It comes well packaged. It's so good. So it has like a pineapple-y sort of like tropic scent to it. There's soap. There's actually a body butter or a hair cream, depending on what you want to use it for. It comes with like little thing to hold the soap on, a body oil. It comes with a lot, you guys, for the price. I loved it. I still have some of it left.
It's basically a full self-care package, that everything that you need for a little moment for yourself. Okay, you know how life is busy. We give so much to ourselves to other people. Sometimes you just need to refill your own cup, and it has everything you need. There's a candle, there's a body butter / hair butter. There is, like you said, a scrub, a soap, and an oil. Plus the loofah for you to use to get your little bang going. Everything is in the box. You don't need nothing else.
Facts.
And it smells divine.
It does. I definitely grabbed my box as well. And it is that smell makes me feel like I am on the beach, okay, with my pina colada or something a little bit stronger than that. And I'm just chilling, you know? So, yeah, definitely really enjoy it. And speaking of that, since we all kind of do have merch and items that we would love for y'all to look into and purchase, definitely check out Jen's IMO Natural. So, again, the website is www.imonatural.com / a piece of paradise. I just posted it in the chat box, y'all. And I also have a pinned chat that take you to the Toya Ebony's website for you to check out her merch store. She has awesome shirts on there. One of them she's currently wearing. If you want to show it, Toya Warrior. Yes.
It's a little bit of a delay. I'm going to stay here. Mine have a lot of like cute quotes on it. Natural hair inspired. Some of them are very fitted. Some of them are kind of your traditional shirts and traditional fit. I also have mugs, and I also have cropped sweatshirts as well. I'm going to brag about you too, Grace, in a second. But yeah, I have colors: red, blue, black, white. Lots of colors, y'all.
Yes,
and they're really, they're really cute and versatile. You can dress them up or down. And I have some videos on my Instagram where I style them up for you all.
Yeah, so
I
definitely
love the
check
slogan.
it.
Wake up and fluff.
Yes, indeed.
Wait.
And I also, huh? And as y'all know, if you don't know, I don't know where you've been. Okay, we talk about it all the time, especially in my Vlogmas videos, which we're all doing Vlogmas. So make sure you check that out, y'all. We got a lot of stuff we doing. We thank God for the ability to do it. Okay, but yeah, definitely check out Latoya Ebony's site. Check out Jen's, and then I also have my own thatnapplife.com. Okay, you gotta go check it out. I too also have the t-shirts. There's one of them here. This one's actually sold out, so you can't get it. But there's many other designs there. I also have mugs as well, and I have tote bags because you know we all love to shop, baby. Okay, so make sure you check it all out. And like the first question that really started this whole live off, which I really love how it started off because I feel like it just set the vibe. If you want to support us, definitely check out our merchandise and get what you can. No pressure though, but we encourage you to definitely check it out. Okay. So
I'm just.
oh,
I wait, hold on, because I gotta. Yeah, she has mugs as well. Her tote. And, you know, both of our merch lines are different, right? Mine right now is a little bit more understated with quotes, and, you know, Grace is very vibrant, full of color and font, and, you know, very, very fun. I have my Team Kinks, and I also have the mug as well. This is one of them. Eventually it's going to show up. But this is kind of like a burnt orange with the white text.
beautiful.
I love it. Says all the time, so eventually you guys will be able to see it on the screen. I absolutely love the color, and if you're melanated, this is going to look amazing.
Yes.
We'll get to see it in just a moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's very much like Grace. Very much.
I love it.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
it.
you.
And I kind of actually want to roll into one of the questions that I was asked, because we have so much camaraderie between us. Someone said, it's so great that you have become friends, but are there rivalries in the content creator community? That was one part of her question. And it's so crazy because we are so unproblematic. I don't know about rivalries in the natural hair space in general, but we support one another. You know, there's room and there's space for everyone. Even if we're doing a similar thing, Grace and I, like, we have totally different styles, and we continue to support one another on everything, whether it's content, whether it's, you know, merchandise, whether it's, you know, in our lives, you know, and that's the beautiful thing. It's so funny because I feel like people want the juice, and I ain't got none for you. I don't know. Like, we're pretty unproblematic.
Wow. Hi. Hello, this is Petty Jen. Petty Jen has entered the chat. And I just want to say, just because we are unbothered doesn't mean that the space is unbothered. I just want to add. I know for me, life is too hard for me to be hustling and bustling in real life and then coming online and having any kind of beef with anybody. Like, it's just not worth it ever to me. And I believe that we will all go further together versus trying to, I don't know, gatekeep or I don't even know. I don't understand the rationale behind people acting kind of indifferent with each other, especially in a space where I think information sharing is so crucial and so important, because there's a lot of gap when it comes to influencers in terms of, this is still a new space, right? So we're all kind of figuring out how to be successful in this new space, and we can all do it differently. As Toya mentioned, you know, you can have your merch, Grace have hers, I don't have mine yet, but, you know, I have my self-care box. We're all kind of navigating things differently, trying to make the best out of it. So because the space is so new, I think sharing and talking to each other is so important, especially when it comes to, say, brand deals or information around how to get them, or how to maneuver the space, or what can I do, how to get management. So I think it's so important for us to talk to each other versus try to have any kind of bad blood, etc. when it comes to being a creator. Because I think that will, if anything, that's going to hold us back in the space that's already, I don't want to say not meant for us, but a lot of melanated creators have a harder time becoming successful in this space versus, say, you know, our other counterparts. I'm just going to put it that way.
I guess it's time for me to talk. I think, like Jen said, I agree. Like, we all get along and we thank God, right? But I'll put it like this. I think I shared this with Toya and Jen, I believe. But anyway, years ago, I tried to reach out to other fellow. Jen and Toya wasn't included in this though. I don't think I was. I was following them at that time. But I reached out to the natural hair YouTube creators I was following at that time, and try to make it like, hey, we're all kind of posting similar content. Do you want to link up together, help each other out, be encouraging, share information, blase, blase, blase. I'm not going to mention any of the people's names, but a few didn't. Well, a few of them never responded back, but they saw the message, and then a few responded back saying, "That's cute and all, but I'm really just trying to do my own thing." And then that was the first and the last time I did anything like that. Because, like, at that time, I was still finding my footing. I didn't have as much confidence as I do now, right? Or I'm not gonna say confidence. I didn't have as much vision as I do now. But I also want to say, but at that time, I still saw how important it is to have a community of people who we all do similar things in our own way, but it's similar, and we can help each other by working together. Like Jen said, even if it's simply sharing information. Hey, you work with this brand. What was it like working with them? What did they try to charge? Would pay you? Da da da. Like, all this sharing of information can go a very long way in this industry. So I think, as far as rivalry or any type of animosity or any type of competition, that is there. That is there, but it's not amongst this group right here, by God's grace. But it's there, even if it's not put all the way out there, right? Because there'll be people who will do. Should I go there? There'll be people that will pretty much do like a video that might be so very, 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 very similar to yours, right? And you probably like, that sounds so familiar. Oh my gosh. But there's absolutely no shout out, no call, no recognition to you, no credit whatsoever. But what can you do? You're like, well, okay, it's cool. I mean, it is what it is, right? Not looking for recognition, but it will be nice. It will be cool because I'm like 9.99% sure you probably saw that on my page, but nonetheless, it's all good. I just make sure that I don't do the same thing. If I got it from somebody else, if I got the info, the idea from somebody else, is always a shout out. Why? Because in the end, that now drives traffic to that person's channel, and it's just all love. So is there rivalry? Is there competition? Yeah, there is. Does it need to be there? No, it doesn't. And I don't see it ever going away. People just have this in their mind that instead of looking at a fellow natural hair content creator or a fellow lifestyle content creator as someone you can team up with, they see it as someone they have to just go against. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, because if we work together as a black content creator, already we have with the brands, they already don't work with us as much as they do with non-black, right? They don't pay us as much as the non-black content creators get paid. But, and y'all probably seen a lot of videos that talk about this subject. If we all band together and get our numbers to be like, hey, if they not gonna pay this, don't take that deal. It'll be a nicer and brighter place for us. Okay, it'll be a place that
I agree.
It'll be a place that people that are full-time content creators like Toya and Jen will be able to. I mean, many people want to be full content creators. Many people of color want to be, right? But it's a little bit more challenging for us because we do have to factor in the fact that we don't get paid as much as the non, right? So that's why when I think someone had asked a question of, I forgot what it was, but it's like, okay, like on TikTok, going viral or having your channel pick up a lot of audience, it's very different. Like, it's like you might have somebody who come on there and y'all seen it happen. This girl, like the girl with the renegade dance, right? Her videos got viewed, but then some Caucasian woman did the exact same dance, and she ends up on Ellen DeGeneres' show. So, like, stuff like that.
And that happened to so many black people actually on TikTok that there was they were on strike or something, not posting dance videos, and all these white creators were in shambles
big time.
They couldn't copy,
creating the wackest dances too.
All the time.
Yes, exactly.
And it's something so important that you said that I agree with when you talked about us being able to communicate with each other is actually going to change the industry, because there's a lot of brands that are lowballing new creators, the ones that not even new creators, just lowballing in general. And if you don't know any better, you are going to accept these offers and not understanding that you are worth so much more than that.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I only started learning my value and my worth in this space by talking to other creators. And I'm very grateful to the ones that were willing to share. But there were, like you said, Grace, there were so many creators that you would slide in their DMs, ask a question, kind of, trying to navigate the space, and they would ignore you, not say anything, give you these one-word answers. And it's like, okay, go back, whatever. Keep your information to yourself. But it's so difficult to even talk to each other sometimes and finding other creators that are willing to share so that we have a good baseline of information so that we can all say no to these first. Because if we all say no, guess what? They are going to have to increase their budget, which already is there anyway, and actually pay us our worth. Because at the end of the day, we can post content all day and night, but if it's not sustainable, then like, what are we really doing, right? Like, we're all going to go back to work.
Facts. Yes. So yeah, I think the competition and all that stuff is there, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like that shouldn't stop you from doing whatever it is you're wanting to do. It's something to be ignored. If anything, use it as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. So yeah, just keep it moving. Yeah. That's it. Like, we see what's out there. We're like, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Let me keep on doing what I'm doing in my world because it's Gucci over here. You feel? So.
Yeah. You just don't. For me, I just ignore the negativity. If someone, if that's how they feel, then that is what it is. I'm just gonna move in the positive light and move with other creators that are willing to move together.
Facts. Completely agree. Big shout out to Melanie Drawhan. Thank you for getting the Team Keeks t-shirt and the mug. Yes, please go back and get the tote bag, girl, because it's cute. I got 2 different designs, so you gotta check it out. So appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. Shout
out to Karen M for sending a super chat. $20, Karen.
What?
Oh my God.
Go Karen.
Average,
Ballin'. Okay. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we have questions we have to answer from the community part. So who wants to go with their questions? That was on your community post or on Instagram. I think Toya, you did a post on Instagram too.
Toya had some really good question on Instagram.
Yeah. Let me see. Wow. People were really asking. Let's see. Someone said, I'm not familiar. Oh, what did it say? I'd like to hear about the changes. YouTube is so different from back in the day. I miss the authentic content from OGs.
What do you mean by authentic? Did she give any explanation to what she calls authentic content?
No,
okay.
She did not.
Okay, so we'll just assume.
She is. Hi, this is Candid once again. I feel like she may be referring to all of these growth oil videos that are out of control.
Negative. We're not going there. Go ahead, Toya. No, ma'am.
I mean, I think that change is sometimes very frustrating in the beginning when things are changing, especially with social media and all these platforms. What's going to change? They're going to change. Things are meant to change. Changes can be challenging, but I do think that now there are a lot of positives about the changes, right? There's so much more information now. Back when I think a lot of us started, I hate saying that because I feel so dated when I say that, but when we did start, it was more like a hobby, just doing it out of love and just discovering ourselves. And that's not to say that creators these days aren't doing that. But now there's so much information about, how people can make a full living doing this thing. So the way that a lot of creators are approaching it is very much more business savvy. How can I make it faster, stronger, better? It's a very different feel. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I just think it's different. And, just like Madonna, Beyonce, all of these, celebrities who have to shift and change with the times, like, we all have to do that. And as soon as it becomes not gratifying for you, it's okay to leave. It's okay to stop, but I think that we've all, found a way to navigate the space and, make it our own and kind of go with the changes.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, there's nothing we can do about the platform changing. That's one of the reasons, as part of our strategy as creators, is that you want to either own your audience, you want to own, say, your product that you're selling or something like that, because these platforms can do whatever they want to do at any point. So you want to make sure that you are protected. In terms of the older natural hair scene on YouTube, I miss it too, even as a creator. I don't know, I kind of felt like it was less saturated. Ironically enough, I guess when I got into the scene, again, I sound old, but maybe like 10 years ago, there wasn't a lot of information about natural hair. So putting information seemed more genuine, but now there's so much information that it can be even more confusing to someone, because it's like, what do you do? Where do you start? How do you start? Because there's just so much information. Everyone's telling you to do right, left, and straight down, up. And like, it's just, I can't imagine, as someone who's trying to learn about their hair now, like how you navigate that space. So I think for me, that's the part that makes me sad, so to speak, in terms of the natural hair scene, because a space that didn't have enough information kind of has too much information now. And again, you know, Petty Jen wants to tell me to talk about the growth oils and the this and the that. And I mean, there's so many videos that kind of promote these practices that make it seem like this is exactly what you need to do, when, I don't know, the more I play in my hair, the more I deal with my hair, the more I realize less is more.
So sorry, Toy, what was, how did she word the, oh, sorry. Toy, how did she word the question again?
The natural hair scene from back then to now.
Oh, okay.
I'll say, I'd like to hear about the changes. YouTube is so different from back in the day. I miss the authentic content from the OGs.
I think it's good that there's a lot of information. I think it's a lot of good. I think it's good there's a lot of people doing videos, a lot of natural hair videos. I think it's important as I contribute to the content, but I also consume the content. So I think it's really important as a content consumer to always do your own due diligence. So what would tire me out is if I watch a video and I take what that person said as facts, and I don't go and be like, you know what, I heard what they said, but let me go and look some of this stuff up myself. I think that is something really, really important. So that's why I kind of don't necessarily agree with like putting, not necessarily, I'm not saying it's what she's doing, but like putting blame on the content giver. There's nowhere to necessarily put blame, but I think you're only responsible for how you take in the content and how you apply or don't apply the content. So I think that's kind of why I'm not necessarily against, or not really against. I like the fact that when I type in natural hair, tons of videos pop up, because I also have a way of filtering out, right? I have a way of filtering out the ones that I know are just regurgitating the same information. They never did any research themselves. I have a way of filtering out the ones that are really just trying to push something to me. And then I have a way of just filtering out the stuff that I know I should just take for just entertainment purposes, and what I should take for life application or natural hair application purposes. So I think that's really, really important. So when the person said authentic, I'm like, we're still here, okay? You see 3 of them right here.
But what are some tips, Grace, that you would give someone that is, say, new to consuming natural hair videos on YouTube? What are some tips that you would give them in terms of how to navigate, exactly how you broke it down? Like, someone's pushing products onto you, or they're kind of regurgitating information, or someone that's actually authentic and sharing good information. How would you differentiate?
So one thing I think I've shared with y'all before is that a lot of times when I come across a channel, I like to go to their videos from the very beginning, the older ones, especially as Jen put, if they're pushing a hair growth oil, right? I like to go to the very beginning. I just go to their channel and I put their videos in reverse, oldest to newest. And if that hair growth oil was not mentioned within that first year, maybe even if they have been on there for years, right? If it's not mentioned within the first, and this might not be the best method, but this works for me. If it wasn't mentioned in the first year to 2 years, then I'm just going to question whether or not that's the oil they use to actually grow their hair. And then if I go and I see that all they do is only hair growth videos, I'm probably not going to rock with that channel because that's, no, I just probably won't. I think it's important okay, so the way I filter it out is one, I'm going to start with my search keywords. I never really search for how to grow my hair. I'm searching for things that make it healthier because like y'all already know, I say on my channel a lot, healthy hair does lead to retaining the hair growth, right? Because our hair is growing that half an inch to an inch a month, but a lot of us, because I've even have experienced this, don't retain that growth, and that's where our problem comes in. So as far as the filtration of it, I go by how has this person been presenting their information from the very beginning? Has it been consistent? Do they always give me what they used to call it in school, works cited? No, not works cited. Is that what's called? Works cited page where you have all the references, the MLA form.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Works cited.
yeah.
Like, and then can I take what they're saying and go to Google and find published works that kind of back it up? One website I love going to, even though she hasn't posted anything new, not that I know of, at least, it's naturalhaven.com because she always has works cited that pop up that supports everything she says. And then I'm also going to say this, a lot of the channels that I do follow are natural hair based channels. So I rock with these ladies here, and I rock with the Green Beauty. I rock with even the Science of Black Hair, the one who wrote the book. I forgot her name, slips me right. Alex, no, something. I forgot her name, slips me right now. But I look at her page, and I watch a lot of just people that kind of give you. Oh, Curly Chemistry is another person who I rock with. So I feel like I'm going all over the place. So as far as the filtration of it, I'm going by how has this person been presenting this information to me, been presenting their information from the beginning, and then from there, I'm also cross-referencing it with like Google type of stuff, like the blogs, the work, the published articles and stuff like that. Hair science that can back up what they're saying. So two websites I normally would go to kind of look at what I just learned from YouTube is naturalhaven.com and Science C. So it's science-y, hair science C, science-y.com. There's so much references you can kind of look at and be like, okay, there is some truth to what this person is saying. A couple of studies support it. If the studies don't support it, then I'm just kind of like, I don't know where else to go with this. But yeah, and then another way of filtering is if this person is giving it to me, biggest thing, keeping in mind that when you're watching these people, when you're watching our videos, you're watching it based on our experiences, right? And that's how we give it out to you. This is how we did it. This is how we learned it. And now I'm sharing it to you. Don't take it as gold. You got to understand that our experience won't be your experience. Your twist out won't be my twist out. But this is how I did my twist out. And you can copy if you want to, but you're going to end up modifying it anyway because your hair is very different from mine. So I hope that kind of answers the questions. I think it's how you're going into it. One thing I always say on my channel is don't go trying to find videos to grow your hair. You're going to get like you said, Jen, you're going to get tons of video and half of them are just not fact checked. So keep that in mind. If it sounds bogus, it probably is bogus. Okay. So yeah, I think it's important to look at the history of that YouTuber and then whatever they're sharing, make sure you also do some research on Google itself and find some articles that could back it up or even books. I probably would start with books. So yeah, the Hair Science of Black Hair, that was a game changer for me. I still read that mug. It still go hard. It's still very true to today. So definitely check that out. Hope that answers the question, y'all. One day, I don't know. I'll be going.
Thank you. You went in great details. Appreciate it.
By the way, I do want to mention that, I'm not a lush. I am drinking Welch's sparkling sangria. It's non-alcoholic because I am downing it like nobody's business. Just had to throw it out there.
Is that your little disclaimer? Meanwhile,
okay.
I'm drunk, y'all.
Listen, you can sip a little wine, girl. A little wine, it's fine.
It's okay to have your little bubbly.
C. Evans.
Lord.
C. Evans says, hey, Grace, will your no, my soda products probably will not be back in stock. It probably won't. But if you join the email in the SMS list, if it does come back in stock, those will be the first people to know. So definitely join it, girl. Okay. And then Melanie is asking us, have you guys ever worked so hard? Oh, girl. Okay, so let me ask the question. Have you guys ever worked so hard on a video that a copyright strike? That's something I heard in a different video. Girl, Copyright strike. We all experienced that with the music. Yes, indeed. But there's ways.
Better than that, we've learned.
Yeah, I have videos from a long, long time ago that a copyright strike came to it later on. I'm talking about like 2-3 years later. Now I'm like, what? This video has a strike on it, and it's not much I can do. Like, I'll still go in there and choose a music to go over it. It might mess up the entire flow of the video, but I'd rather that than to not get paid for that video. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, Toya, so you have more questions?
I think it's, you become a little bit smarter with
facts.
Where you get your music and materials, period. So I think I got a lot of strikes before too, but I was using that popular music, so like Carrie Hilson.
Right, same here.
all kind of like popular music back then, but it worked real quickly.
Yes.
And so now I use music, honestly, exclusively from Epidemic Sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's a subscription, you have to pay for it, but
it's
I really
worth
like
it.
their selection. It's a little bit more like tip in the streets, you know, versus, because I mean, a lot of the copywritten music can be so, no shade to the artist, a little dry.
Okay.
A little dry.
Girl, a lot of dry. Let's keep it 100. And you be like, what did I just listen to? Yeah. Toya, you got another question, girl?
Yeah, actually, Jen, this might get your juice going.
Okay, I'm ready.
Allison Bailey says, to use leave-in or not to leave-in a wash and go. I'm just reading it as is.
Oh, get my juices.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh,
that's
she
not bad.
She said
no.
BG is not necessary. However, so many use it. Does it help the wash and go last longer? Help hold moisture? I'm a little confused. I do not want to miss out and have some with water in the top 5 ingredients to use up from. Okay, so basically what she's saying is, should you use a leave-in conditioner with your wash and goes? Because she has some products that she used before that have a high water content, and she says she's just a bit confused on whether to use one or not.
Okay, so the rationale is typically a lot of leave-in conditioners will have a lot of oils in them, and that will interact with your wash and go gel, depending on the gel that you use. So then your wash and go will actually have less of a hold and won't last as long. So when it comes, of course, you can still use a leave-in if you want to. It's not a big deal. I've used leave-ins under some of the wash and go gels that I use, and to be fair, I don't really see much of a difference myself. But really, I think it comes down to a personal preference. But if you really want your wash and go to set as hard as the gel say that it's going to be, then you want to use less product so that it doesn't interact with the gel. So then you want to go in your hair wet and start applying your gels. But really, it comes down to personal preference. I think a lot of us use leave-ins because they make our hair feel nice, but that nice feeling is coming from a lot of oils.
Quick shout out real quick, y'all. Renee Bell just hit your girl with a $20 super chat. Thank you, girl. God bless you, my sister. Okay, you just helped me.
Wait a minute.
You just helped me with the bill, baby.
That's who I was trying to shout out to. Renee slid over here to another $20. Renee, okay, I see you, big panda.
Okay, thank you, Renee. You better
get it. Renee.
Yes, woohoo! Renee Bell, you're ringing our bell, baby. And then Pretoria Afro. No, Latoya's hair is not locks. It is, you want to tell them the style, Toya?
Oh, yeah. So this is, essentially kinky twist, Cuban twist, whatever twist you want to call it. But it's extensions. And I've had them in for quite a while. So, I'm letting it rock. Eventually, I do want to lock. So I sometimes use these quote-unquote protective styles to play the field a little bit, Mm-hmm. But no, these twists, and there is a tutorial on my channel. It's called Cuban Twist, but I don't know how Cuban they are. But,
Check it out, check it out. Yes.
Where do these names come from? Like boho braids, Cuban twist?
I guess wherever
what does that even mean?
From where it originated, I guess, girl. Whoever I think of it like the way tornadoes and hurricanes are named. Whoever claimed to see it first, they threw the name on there. But yes.
But ironically enough, I don't see like I don't know, like Jamaican twist or something. Is there a Jamaican twist?
Yeah, I've seen that name before.
Right.
I've seen that before.
Okay.
All right. So
I found it odd.
So Jen, you posted. I don't know if this came from you or audience. Did you have questions? Because you posted on here being a natural hair influencer, pros and cons. That was in our room. Was that from one of your audiences?
Did I do that?
Yes. Did you?
I guess I can.
Oh, that was me.
So, but...
That was me. Sorry. Nappy.
I was like, I don't remember doing that.
My bad. Okay.
You know, natural hair influencer pros and cons. I feel like we kind of touched a little bit on it. Pros for me, I find it very fulfilling. I love sharing about my hair. I love playing in my hair. I love doing my hair. I love motivating other people to do their hairs. I love inspiring people to embrace their hair. Most importantly, one of the recent videos that I posted was about my experience around growing up with natural hair and how it was seen and treated as less than, and how I had to do the work to, kind of rewire my brain to see it differently, to see the beauty within my hair. And so many people commented, and to me, it doesn't matter how a video really does, but once I get comments like this, that's what fuels me, because I'm like, my work is meaningful. It's touching people, it's helping people. So there's nothing like it for me when I get the response, the feedback from the audience, especially the way that I intended it to be taken. So, love posting about natural hair. That's pro. Cons is that it's hard to monetize. Okay, that's my biggest con. It's hard to make it sustainable. And as much as I want to be an artist, I don't want to be a broke artist. Okay, I do like the finer things in life. I like food. I like a little bubbly. I want to get a nice house or something someday. I want to set up my kids eventually at some point.
Amen.
So I find that it's hard to monetize. So it makes me sad almost that I get to a point where I feel like I have to diversify to make it sustainable, because I would have loved to just keep posting about hair forever.
I also find it very difficult to partner with Black brands. I think it's a conversation that's very layered because, especially all over the world, but I can kind of speak about in the United States, Black businesses are the most underfunded. We don't typically get investment dollars. There are some business owners that literally have an idea on a napkin and are getting invested millions of dollars in. Meanwhile, you have other businesses that, come in with a full pitch deck and everything. And it's just kind of a pat on the head. Oh, well, you still have a little bit more learning to do. So I definitely understand the landscape of not having as much money as like a Fortune 500 company. However, it does kind of feel like a slap in the face as a natural hair creator who has put so many of these brands on the map for free, to not have them want to invest back into my business as well. Because I think a lot of times people look at creators as just creators, but we have businesses too, and we need to sustain too. And it makes it very difficult. You have to be so intentional working with Black-owned brands because of this disparity. And, it's a systemic thing. And sometimes it's not all the way, but it does stem, I think, from a systemic lack in financial support. And, but at the end of the day, if you are a brand that is in Target or Walmart or Ulta or something and you're Black owned, like, you should compensate the people who put you on the map for free, especially.
You better tell them.
I mean, I understand what you said, and that is part of the conversation, but it's also these same brands that would offer us no budget. Oh, can you post for free? Or $200 for a post or something like that. And those are the same brands that are turning around and working with creators that are well established with millions of followers. So you know they're not offering them $200. So it's almost disrespectful, I find. And celebrities, like how are you? I know Megan Thee Stallion's not posting for free, and Megan Thee Stallion doesn't even use the product. Right. No shade, Megan. I know you're going through a trial right now. My heart goes out to you, girl.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, you see it, and it's like, it makes sense. From this angle, it's like, you're not a small black hole brand anymore. You are able to invest in influencer marketing. You are. You're just choosing to not invest in the creators that have helped you build your, I guess, business.
Very, very true.
Or smaller creators, just so to speak.
Yes, very, very true. I agree. For me, the pros and cons. The pro is just the creative side of it, educational side that I'm able to contribute to, right, with everyone else. The con is the business side of it. Like they said, the financial side of it. The just trying to support your passion for educating and sharing your journey. But like what has been shared, like the companies are not able to meet your rates, and it's not like our rates are not backed up. Okay, they're backed up. It's clear as day, and it's almost like when it comes to like in this industry, it's kind of okay. So yeah, well, black hair owned companies, some of them are great. Some of them have really sweet owners that are so nice and everything. And then when you talk money, you see another side come out and you're like, whoa, you just offered me some oatmeal cookies. And now you just like, what? I don't understand. So it's crazy. It's can be a little bit discouraging, but I try to never let it discourage me. I'm just like, at the end of the day, we will eventually come across those brands that you don't have to explain why your rate is your rate. You feel me? And you don't have to feel this nudge to have to lower your rate because you're trying to make ends meet that month, you know? So, because if you're presenting a suave professional campaign to two content creators, one is black, one is white, the white is not sweating in no shape, form, or fashion. But the black person, they might ask that black content creator to adjust some things, and you're like, it's kind of, that reminds me, I mean, it's probably not the exact same thing, but we know Tabitha Brown, right, the vegetarian cook that has gone really, really popular. She has recently talked about how she's having all of this success, right? And there's a TV show, I believe, that they wanted to basically have her modify herself in a way that would no longer be her, you know, but they wouldn't ask. They probably most likely, I mean, I wasn't in the conversation, but I highly doubt they would ask a Caucasian content creator or influencer like her to do any type of modification. So it's almost like, but when you get it, you have to have your ground and you stand on that sucker. Like, be 10 tones down in who you are, what you represent, what your brand is about. Because you're going to have these companies that's definitely going to test your self-esteem when it comes to it. They will say stuff like, are you sure? Basically, like, you will send rates to them and they like, that's not what the last person charged. But then again, you like, then go to the last person. Go to them.
Exactly.
You reached out to me. You like, don't come at me like that. Exactly.
Audience. I'm a different person.
Exactly.
So and so.
Exactly.
What? That
Girl.
has to do with me. And that's why I feel like it's very important for us as creators to educate ourselves.
Yes.
And stick together, because people are taking these lowball offers. They get taken aback when we kind of know what we're doing or have an idea. We're like, I'm not taking that no more. So they're trying to act like they're offended. It's like, no, you are lowballing and taking advantage of
big time
smaller creators. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Hello.
Yes,
okay.
I want to, for example, because some people might be like, well, what do y'all mean? Because you want specifics. So there was a brand a while ago that approached me, and they wanted 10 pieces of content for $100. Not only did they want to create 10 pieces of content for $100, they wanted to use my content on their page and put ad dollars that they probably should be investing into me on those to further sell their product. 10 pieces. We just talked about how long it takes
how long it takes to create content. You're right.
10.
But they don't factor that in.
$100.
They don't care how long it takes us. They're not factoring that in. They're just factoring in the ending product. Like, bruh, first of all, you're not only getting the ending product, you're also getting the influence that it will come with. Like, you go and try to get a commercial on ABC TV for the rate you're trying to offer me. What? I'm saving you thousands of dollars by you coming to a content creator and having content created based on me being a user. So it's crazy, but there's so much we can talk about with this, y'all. As y'all can tell, we're quite passionate on it. But the cons of this whole thing, I have to say, is that when you're trying to now take your brand to the next level, because you start finally realizing you are a brand, right? So when you start realizing that, you have to have financial backing. And so when you start having that financial backing, you start looking at things like sponsorships and partnerships. And then it's when you really start to see how these brands either value you or don't value you. And I have to say, both a Black-owned brand, even a non-Black-owned brand, they both can bring you straight disappointment in how they approach you. But it's a bit more sensitive with a Black-owned brand because you are a natural hair content creator, which means you're dealing with Black-owned brands anyway, or products that's always marketed to Black people, right? So it's kind of like when you have these well-known in the store type of brands, well-known, okay? Well-known. They in Walmart, Dwayne Reed and all of them. Offering you rates that make it seem like they doing you a favor. It's hard not to take it personally, but it's wise not to take it personally. It's just business. They're ignorant to who you are. They're ignorant to what they're doing. They think you're stupid, but God is so good you're not. Okay? So I would say that is probably the only con, the business side of it. But it doesn't have to remain a con. It's just going to be like that. You know, it's kind of like, okay, this is what it is. All right, I'm going to find a way to maneuver myself in this industry and still be successful, you know, so.
So that takes me to a perfect question. Again, from Barnes247.
Come on, Barnes!
And she has a great question. She asks, how do you balance talking about and using brands when they are not paying you or supporting your work?
Sorry, how do you what? Say it again.
Pay attention, Grace.
Sorry, ma'am.
How do you balance talking about and using brands when they are not paying you or supporting your work?
For me, right? I don't, my last point, I don't take it personally. So there's two particular brands I have worked with, like their videos are on my channel. It's sponsored. Okay. Well-known brands. Okay. I've worked with, and y'all know them, right? And the rate that I was paid, I ignorantly did accept at that time. Why? Because I felt like, oh, you know, it's like the things you tell you. Anyway, let's just put it like this. Don't ever sell yourself short, period. But when you do,
you always regret it.
Always you will. So you give them your rate, and when they don't want to pay that rate at that time, it's okay. Because y'all already know what's meant for you is for you. So if they're going to have to end up circling back because they realize, dang, we really probably should work with Grace because her personality, her work, her quality, the team that Team Kinks that support her a lot, her influence and so on. When they come back around, you charge tax, okay? You add on more to that because at the end of the day,
No, you charge double.
Charge double, okay? Add more into it. Because at the end of the day, you know good and well you was trying to sell me short. So I'm trying to let you know that I'm not falling for the okie doke. But I forgot the original question because that threw me into it. Oh, actually I did forget the original question.
How do you balance talking about brands when they're not supporting and working with?
Got you. So talking about them, okay, because I don't take it personally, right? If I end up not working with that brand because we just couldn't agree on a mutually beneficial rate, I can still talk about them anyway. If it's a product that I have in my arsenal, my hair loves it, embraces it, I can still talk about it regardless. It's just not going to be the highlight of my videos. If you notice, or better yet, what I have now, you know, as you get further into this industry, you get wiser. So now I realize when I'm doing like my wash day and so forth and so on, I don't necessarily highlight and build my entire content on this one product. because now what? I'm recognizing myself as a brand, right? So therefore, if you want me to really talk about your product, I'm gonna need you to back some dollars with it. So with that being said, I can talk about a product that I can't work with because we can't agree on a rate, because I don't take what they're not willing to do or what they're not willing to give personally. And I don't take stupid stuff like what Toya went through, or we all have our story too. Being asked to do so many things. The deliverable list, like, okay, deliverable list is the list of things they're asking you to do. That list can be so long, but the rate would be like this, like a mustard seed, okay? Like, no, God said I should have a mustard seed size of faith, not compensation, okay? So when you have it that when you have it that long, it's sometimes you do get offended, but like, who does that help? It doesn't help. It only irritates me, and I don't want to carry that. So I'll be like, well, you're only doing this because you must have tried it with someone else and they took it. So I'm gonna let it be clear, it's not working over here. So yeah, how I'm able to still talk about products and even still recommend them, even though we couldn't agree to actually be working with each other, is because I just don't take it necessarily personal. Even when the brand owner is okay, we're not dropping brand names, but there's one brand I remember had a whole like drama because of her as a person. She had like a bad attitude and just really, really rude and disrespectful. That like, because
I'm sorry, I just need some water.
Hey, Jen, are you there? Hello?
No, it's Patty Jen. It's not Jen.
This ties back to me saying, like, even though, and this person that I'm talking about, I've actually met her in person, and yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, if people are saying this about you, it's not too far from what I witnessed in person, but I don't take it personally. I don't take it personally. I'm like, there's your hair product, there's your brand, and then there's you, right? And a lot of times the brand can be a lot nicer than the person who owns the brand. Unfortunately, is how it is, right? You can have a brand owner who can be a racist, a prejudice, and all this stuff, but their brand is not portrayed in that way, right? So you have two different kind of ways you go at brands. You are invested in the brand itself, or you're invested in the person. If you're invested in the person, that's probably in our world, content creating, we would love for you to be more invested in us, right? And we represent our brand, and you can see our brand or you can see us represented in our brand. But sometimes you have people that are not necessarily represented in their brand. So if you invest in the person, and that person is stank, then I can understand you not wanting to support nothing they do. I totally get it. But if you're like me, I'm like, well, there's the brand and then that person. Now, is it wise to separate the two? I really don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I can like your brand even if I don't like you. You know, you have your brand and how you portrayed it, the story behind it. I support that, but you as a person, maybe your morals, your beliefs, how you do. I mean, I might not support all that, but I still like your deep conditioner, so I'm still going to use that.
I mean, Grace basically gave us a 10-paragraph essay this time around, and we agree. I think at the end of the day, you can't take anything personally in this industry. You will be very bitter if you allow everything to get to you, to your core. And, you know, I'm going to admit at some point I was becoming that way because I was just very frustrated with my work. I just really felt like I was putting 170% and with no return back. So I was getting very frustrated with that. But I had to take a step back and say, it's business. It's not personal.
Right.
And like Grace said, a lot of the, offers that I would get, at this, I just don't give in my energy. It's not targeted towards me as a person. I guess it's you're trying to make a transaction with my business. That's not working out. And at the end of the day, you got to get used to these rejections and used to things not working out if you're going to be in this field for a long time. So how do I navigate it? If I have the product, I will use it. I will use it up till it's done. If I can find an affiliate link, I will try to offset it that way and post my link.
Good point.
Again,
really
that's
good
what
point.
we say. Use the link that helps us. A lot of time, that's the only way that us as Black natural hair creators is living is through the affiliate links.
Really good point, Jen.
It's really not through, it's not through the brand deals. So I will post an affiliate link and I'll just keep it pushing. Once the product is done, it's done. probably won't be repurchasing with my own money or anything like that. Because that's another thing. They don't give us PR or anything like that. So it's not like we have a surplus of product.
That's another good point. They don't.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna spend my money to buy this product to use it, it better, I better not have bad blood or something with this business that's trying to lowball me. So it's like, it is what it is. I'm gonna use the product. I just try to not make it a thing or not keep things. Or I'm gonna remember this for. No, the only thing I'm gonna remember is if you circle back, it's double or triple. That's it.
Stack it up. Stack it up, baby.
Keep it going.
Yeah, stack it up. Stack it up. Absolutely.
And again, that's why I say it's so important for us as creators to stick together and to support one another. To talk, because the industry is so new. So then, I'm sure these brands or agencies, or I don't know, I'm assuming they're talking. They are keeping track of the offers that they give or whatnot. I mean, I guess that's probably what I would do as a business. So on our end, we need to make sure that we are communicating and improving and understanding our worth, because it's really hard for us to put a value on who we are in our work when you started this from the heart. This is something that a lot of us just started because we wanted to create content, because we wanted to help. It's like the love of creativity, and then now it's like, how do you put a price on that creativity? It's like, a lot of us don't know. So I just don't take it personally.
Yeah, very, very true. Sorry. Someone asked in my room, do you have a manager or agent that can help with the negotiating and advocating for you and your worth? I don't just yet. I'm praying for it. The right one, right?
I do not have a manager for being an influencer. I have a manager for acting, though.
I have a manager for my content creation, recently signed. But it's funny because this is how I'm understanding learning how dark the content creation / brands can be, because I have a manager now, and they're not accepting these offers. So then I'm realizing, I'm worth more than I thought, and on top of that, these brands need to come correct. So
facts.
We're just praying that things get better in 2023.
And they will.
Pushing through. That's the only thing that we can do, because then, we can't allow the industry to kind of take away or change who we are. I know when I first started creating content, or at least when my platform started taking off, it was one of the things that I sat down with myself and talked to myself. You know how you talk to yourself in the shower?
Yep.
That was me. I was like, Jen, listen. Things are... You're getting a lot of traction on your platform. And one thing that I said is that I would never allow this space to change who I am at my core. Amen. I always want to remain Jen. I always want to remain myself. I don't want to become bitter. I don't want to change. I don't want to, who I started as, that's the person that I told myself that I would always keep. And if you go back to my videos from 2011, you will still see the same Jen that you see today. Maybe I'm more comfortable in front of the camera, of course, you get better with your craft.
Right.
But you will still see the same person. And I want to make sure at my core, I remain the same throughout anything that I do in life.
Very true. Excuse me. Yes.
So actually, shout out to Way. Way came over. Way's the person, I think, from your channel, Grace. Yeah. So she came and she said, hi, she's coming live and direct from Grace's channel to personally thank me and support my algorithm for my enthusiastic and encouraging words of starting a YouTube channel. So my advice to you is to start, keep posting, get better with every upload, and never forget who you are.
Amen. That's an Instagram post. Absolutely.
Oh, that's true.
In the city, in the comment section, she is another creator who creates a lot of content around natural hair care and also motherhood now. Absolutely love her content as well. So shout out to you, Faye. And she also, I don't know if she's still selling merch, but she used to.
Hey, Faye in the city. So C. Evans just asked.
Faye in the city. Hello, girl. We know you. I was like, who's Faye? Till I saw the name. You should have said the whole thing.
I thought I did. Maybe I didn't know.
So C. Evans asks us, do y'all like to try new products when there's a trend like Donna's recipe? I don't ride the trends like that. especially when it comes to products?
Uh,
It depends on what the product
I'm a
is, but
product junkie.
overall, I mean, if the product is something,
I love trying new products.
if the product is something that, I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, I'm more of the kind of person that I let the first wave go through completely before I actually try it. So, like, if, like, for instance, that whole issue that happened with Divas Curls, like, I'm happy I never tried that product. So, I'll let the first wave go on through, maybe even the second and third wave, and then I might give it a try. So, I don't mind arriving late to the party.
I really like starting some.
I guess I think it depends on marketing. If the marketing is good, Jen's probably buying it. Jen's using it. And if they're really good and the thing is now I'm grateful that I get a bit more PR. It's funny, ever since I got management, I get like a more influx of products. So I try not to buy anything because I have products that I should be using, but I'm still tempted. Sephora sales coming around, I'm still buying stuff. So yeah, I'm that person that will hop. That yeah, I'll grab a few things. I didn't get the Donna's recipe, so at that point I'm like, okay, maybe I'll kind of wait and see. I saw who did a review. Wasn't it Faye? It could have been Faye that had a review on Donna's recipe. But anyways, I'm kind of waiting. But the thing is too, I'm in Canada, so it makes it a little harder to get products that are only at like Target or something like that. So that will help me save money against my will.
I had to look you up, Faye. Sorry, I actually am familiar with your content, and congratulations on losing 100 pounds, girl. Go, Faye, in the city. All right, yes.
Okay, girl.
Love it.
And for anyone wondering what we're saying Faye in the city. That's FAYE in the city. Okay.
Hilarious too, by the way. Very, very funny.
So, ladies, do y'all want to move? Oh, sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Oops, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Tori.
There's a delay. We sometimes step on each other because we can't see when the person's talking. I'm going to keep it short. I definitely enjoy some trends. Like, I'm not putting coochie cream on my scalp. I don't care what you say. Monostat ain't going on my scalp. That means you have some type of fungal something happening in your scalp, and you just need to go to the doctor, go to your dermatologist, go to your trichologist. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting funky water on my hair from rice that's been fermented for 3 days. Like, I'm not doing it.
Oh, I did.
I ain't doing it. But there are certain things that I will do that make sense to me. Like, I tried the 30-day hair detox. I tried wash and goes for a certain amount of time. I try things here and there. I like having fun. I remember trying the Cherry Lola treatment, and I was like, "Child, this is a whole workout. I will never do this again." So you have to use discernment, especially for, hair is a huge part of our livelihood. I have to be very careful about what trends I'm trying and what products I'm trying, because if I ruin my hair, then it's like I got to start it over. It's a whole thing. But yeah, with discernment. But I do like to have fun.
Just a quick reminder, y'all, if you want to support us while we're doing this live, please go into the comment section and click on the icon with the $sign right there. If you're doing it from your phone, it's a box with an S in the middle. That's a $sign. And you can help support us by purchasing a super sticker or a super chat. Everything all support, as far as those two features goes right back into our channel. And it also just helps us in general. So we definitely want to encourage you. In case you want to, no pressure, just getting that reminder out there, because it's a simple click, choose your amount and send. And we will see it in the chat, and we will definitely give you a shout out. Okay. So, do y'all want to move to the game portion?
Game?
Yes. There's games, y'all. So we're going to do a few games, but to all three audiences, please go ahead and start leaving questions in the comments, because we'll come back and answer a few, okay? So.
I'm not streaming anymore, just so you know. My software didn't work out, so I'm not able to stream. So all of the people that were on my stream, I sent over to one of you guys' channel.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
All right.
The OBS stopped?
Mm-hmm.
That OBS.
It kept quitting.
Chai.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm in good company.
Okay. So we are, and just FYI, y'all, I don't know if Jen and Toya gonna do this, but I'm definitely gonna do this, y'all. As far as this YouTube live goes, don't be surprised if we end up breaking it up and making separate videos for it, because we did cover a lot of content here, which I know will be really good at standalone videos. So I have 2 games here. One is called, I don't know why we're doing this making thing, Black Card Revoke. If y'all familiar with this, okay, it's a really, really fun game. I think it's a Black-owned brand. So let me see. It is by, blackcardrevoked.com. And I also have this other game I recently got called Let's Argue. Okay. So this one, yeah, this one is like, okay, I see Jen's response. So we're going to go Let's Argue. Or should we just do a little bit from Black Card and then most from the Let's Argue? What do y'all ladies think?
We can just do a combination of both. Like,
okay.
Just go back and forth.
Okay, all right. So, Black Card Revoke. So, the way we're going to have to do this, because these come with, like, these different letters. So, y'all will just call out the letter that you think the answer is to. Okay? So,
okay.
The way that it works, I hope I remember how to, because I haven't played this game in a while. Okay, here we go. So, you know how we do. Make your own rules and play the way you want. There's what you're going to, that's what you're going to do anyway. So it says play individually or 10K, rotate the cards, blah, blah, blah. I want to go. Okay, so the way it is, I will ask you either a question or I'll make a statement and you choose what makes the most sense. So let's do an example question. So we have what's something that you think most white folks don't know anything about? A, being ashy. B, whooping kids in public. C, cooking with seasoning. D, that prayer before getting pulled over. So, Toya?
I think it's that prayer before getting pulled over. I mean, that's,
That one's deep.
Okay. There's no right or wrong. So this one is a majority rule. So, yeah.
Majority. Ooh.
Yeah, majority rule. So whatever was the highest answer would have won. So for me, I'm probably going to say C as well. That cooking in with season, especially when you have potato salad with raisins. I just can't. I can't do it to my life. Okay.
Great, please.
So this
I don't need the reminder.
This one is a correct answer one. So this one will have a correct answer. So here we go. And y'all can play with us in the comment box as well, y'all. Okay, here we go. In The Wiz, what was the first color seen when Dorothy and her crew walked into Emerald City? A, gold. B, red. C, green. Or D, blue? Question again. In The Wiz. Sorry?
Oh, in The Wiz.
In The Wiz. Yeah. In The Wiz, what was the first color seen when Dorothy and her crew walked into Emerald City? Was it A, gold, B, red, C, green, or D, blue? Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know.
You saying D, blue? Jen?
I'm going to say green.
Oh, you said C. C, green? Okay. Well, the answer was in
green. I'll go with red.
You're going with red?
I can't remember.
So Toya's saying green. Jen is saying red. The answer was in the name, emerald. So it's green. All right. Melanie said B for red, girl. And then Crystal said A and D. Crystal, you can't be doing 2 answers. You gotta choose one or the other, ma'am. Okay. Okay.
I got a bunch of answers.
Look, we said all the above. You said what, Jen?
All the above. Chrissy said green. Barnes 247. Y'all remember her?
Yeah. Hey, BB.
She said green too. Thaya says green. Oh, bunch of green.
Okay.
Said green.
Okay.
Y'all didn't give me a little cheat sheet,
No cheat sheet, ma'am. All right, so this next one, have y'all seen the movie Players Club? Because if not, then this question ain't gonna make no sense.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
I don't remember.
Jen says, no, I had a feeling Jen ain't I had a feeling. So, okay, so this one is a majority. So this one is called, so far, Toya's black card has not been revoked. So far, Jen, you might have to redeem yourself because you had that red color. I don't know, sis. All right. This one is a majority rule. What might your grandmother check to make sure the baby is yours? Oh. A, nose. B, eye color. C, ear color. Or D, hair texture.
I'm gonna go with nose.
C, ear color.
Okay. Jen?
Ear color.
I'm gonna go with nose.
All right, so there's no majority here because I'm going with D, hair texture. So that one's not a right or wrong. Okay, let's.
But, I mean, you know how the babies be. You don't know what their hair texture is gonna be when they're.
That's
babies.
true. That's true. So I think my other answer would have been the nose. Yeah. All right.
The nose is not even. Yeah, what you talking about?
No, girl. Sometimes you see these nose and they be like wide. You be like, they ain't your baby. Look at the nose. They ain't your baby, girl.
Right. I don't know about y'all, but Haitians are heavy on the nose, and they be like pinching it and stuff. They know something.
Yes. Okay. We have gold. Okay. B. Okay. Crystal said B. Okay. We're gonna do some from Let's Argue. I've never played this game, so let's see. Let's argue. Rule number one, there are no rules to arguing. Let every question spark a fun, humorous debate. Try limiting each question's dialect to 3 minutes or less. In no way was this game created to cause confliction and or a divide amongst contestants. Questions are based on opinion, preference, and comparison. Nothing listed is factual. Okay? That's a disclaimer. And for anyone wondering,
they had to put the disclaimer.
They had to.
Families still broke over this.
Facts.
Friendships.
I'm trying to find okay. I'm trying to find the company I bought this from, but it's not around me, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, y'all. But I think if you just Google the name of the game, because it's a black-owned brand. I found him on Instagram. Okay.
Well, just go ahead and put it in the link. It'll be in the link in the description when she posts this.
Yes. Hopefully, if I remember, Lord. Okay. All right. First one. Is it pop or soda?
Soda.
Jen, you said pop?
No.
Did Jen say pop?
It's soda.
No, ma'am. It's soda.
Canada, they say pop.
It's soda. It's soda, ma'am. That's yeah. 2 people agree. You're outnumbered. Here we go. Does Lloyd on this song? Does Lloyd on his song "You" say "fine" to? I don't even know that song. Do y'all know Lloyd's songs?
Oh, I know.
Okay. So let me ask y'all a question. It says, Does Lloyd on his song "You" say "fine to" or "five to"? I don't know the song.
He says "fine to."
Oh, it's fine too. Oh, she's fine too. Yeah. She wants to. It's probably fine too, but I swear to God, it's probably fine because it makes sense. But I swear I have definitely sang 5-2.
I think it might be 5-2. I don't know the song. Okay, so
fine too.
K Semi-Nomadic said pop is a Canadian thing. So we're gonna keep it right there in Canada, girl. I'm joking. Yeah. And then no, they do say pop even in London. I think they say pop in UK too. Okay, here we go. Oh,
for real?
TV show. I could be wrong, y'all. In case anybody from the UK, correct me, girl. TV show couple: Martin and Gina or Dwayne and Whitley?
Oh,
from a different world.
World or Martin show.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Martin.
I'm gonna go with Martin and Gina.
I'm gonna go with Martin and Gina too.
I think I might go. Yeah, I have to go with Martin because it was funny as heck. So yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like Dwayne. They weren't interesting one.
Yeah, that was cool, but Martin was a straight fool, and Gina just dealt with it. I thought she was a fool too.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a good
one. My God, look, the answers coming in. Everyone's voting for Martin. Y'all, damn, no one has said poor Dwayne.
Because y'all know good TV. Y'all know good TV.
Martin.
Okay.
They do.
Somebody said both. Look, Dee Dee, you can't be answering for both, ma'am. You got to choose one, okay? All right. So this is a good one, y'all. Y'all ready? Okay. Should a lady pay back the money borrowed from her husband/boyfriend? So in y'all case, should a lady pay back the money borrowed from her husband? Or for me, I say I guess the boyfriend.
Oh, that's the question.
Yeah. Should a lady pay back the money borrowed from her significant other?
So, well, my first question would be, why would I need to borrow? Because his money is my money.
Facts.
But if we had a whole understanding that I'm going to give you this money back, then I'm keeping my words. I'm giving you the money back.
Okay.
I agree. Depends on how it was initiated. If I took some money from, because we have a joint account, so it just really depends on where it comes from, right? So the way that we do our finances is we have a joint account that has, all the bills and everything like that. And then we also have our business accounts and we have our separate accounts. So it just depends on the source and what the agreement was when we first got it. Borrowed it or took it.
I just don't feel like I would be borrowing money from my husband because, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
We're a unit.
It's all going the same. It's all going back in the same account.
If there's some weird understanding that, okay, for whatever reason, you need to give this money back or whatever, and it was under the assumption that it's borrowed and you give it back, and I said yes at the time.
Yeah, if I said yes.
Knowing that I wouldn't. Patty Jen would never say yes. But if Patty Jen slipped up that day and said yes, then Patty Jen is giving the money back.
Okay.
And he don't got no money. It's all mine.
Facts.
Running facts.
Okay. Yes, I think for me, I'll pay it back.
It's called fizzy drinks in the UK.
Okay.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, y'all doing way too much. Even the time it takes to say that word, I'm already exhausted.
That's too much, right? Like, can I get a fizzy drink?
Okay.
Oh, then no. Yeah, I guess.
Girl. Okay, so we have. Okay. Do you want that Barack and Michelle type of love or that Will and Jada type of love? Barack and Michelle.
Barack and Michelle, please. For 500.
Please do not.
What's the copyright? Because I swear they wouldn't have put that. They wouldn't have put that after the Oscars,
right? It depends on the timeline.
Bruh, I would not want that Will and Jada. Not put that on me, Lord. Heck no, please.
We're running away from that.
Okay, who are you having?
And actually, it's funny because just today I saw a video. I think it was a clip on TikTok, which somebody else posted on Instagram too. So there's a video going around with Michelle talking about just a raw conversation, her and a bunch of other women. She's talking about her relationship with Barack, and like she was saying for at least 10 years she didn't like him, and those were the times where they were raising kids. When you have young kids, your relationship shifts and change, and the whole conversation was basically around how couples or the younger generation give up so easily on their relationship, not understanding that it takes work to build something with someone.
Thanks.
And I just want to put it out there, but it was resonating so much because marriage, relationship, it's a lot of work, and a lot of us kind of, once you get out of this little honeymoon stage, suddenly you just want to get out, you want to run to the next person, and you never really build something substantial with someone. So I'm all for Michelle and Barack, okay?
Yes.
They got it, at least from the outside looking in.
Exactly. Agreed.
Absolutely.
Okay, this one might, I don't know if I want to ask this. This might be a little X-rated. I'm going to move on. Should I? Should I ask
it? Do it.
All right, there's two very spicy. The first one is
Okay.
oh, all the cards fell down. That's a sign. That's a sign. All the cards fell. That's a sign. I receive it, Lord. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Down there, hairy or bald?
Ooh.
Bald all the way. I don't even have to think about it.
I keep I'm being too specific. You know, it ebbs and flows for me, depending on the season. I never had any complaints either way. I would say, you know, we've had a lot of different styles.
Okay.
As versatile.
Oh my God, Toya, please.
I love Toya's answer. Come on, Toya. You better drag it out. Go ahead.
This is a 2-word answer.
Drag it out.
1 word. You gotta pick one. She's giving us 5 paragraph essay.
No, but if,
once upon a time.
How I prefer, I'm saying bald. I like it. Well, actually, I do a fade.
Okay. For me, I don't like bald at all. I don't like hairy. I like in between. But I've tried bald. It's very uncomfortable. And I don't like it too hairy. So I like a little, like, you know, at the landing strip. That's me right there. So.
Take it all out.
The second one.
I had it all lasered, so.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay. Oh, Lord, this second one is spicy, y'all.
Wait, hold on. I feel like, hold on. Alicia or Alexa said when you get older, it's going to fall out anyway. I know about it turning a little, you know, salt and pepper, but it falls out. It falls out.
So you mean I wasted all my money on laser when I didn't have to?
Yes, Jen.
I didn't know.
Bye, Melanie Drawhan. Thank you for hanging out with us, girls. Thank you so much. Okay, we says trim. Okay, there we go. Trim. Okay, the second one is okay, Crystal says hairy, all natural. Okay, Crystal. Oh, she said laugh out loud. She's joking. Okay. I know that's right. Hey, sometimes it's like that for me too, though. You know, I'm currently abstinent, so I really don't have to do too much down there for now. But thanks for okay. I'm just saying it's a little simple. It's simple for me. The second one is better position, missionary or doggy style. If y'all want to pass, we can pass, boy.
It depends on the mood. Have I been drinking?
Spicy.
I told y'all. Y'all said bring it. Y'all said exit. I try to warn you, okay?
You know, it's so funny. People are like, oh my God, Toya, you're so, you know, reserved. I like spicy too, y'all. We gotta be spicy sometimes.
I noticed how you didn't answer the question, though.
She said it.
Okay, I don't think they're going to answer y'all. I understand. Because I'm not.
I'm going to go with doggy.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so
that's my final answer.
What'd you say?
She said doggy style.
I'm going to go with doggy. That's my final answer. Missionary is boring. Let's be honest. What?
I feel like
what's your
as someone who's currently abstinent, I don't know if I really have a dog in this race right now. So
oh my God, no, you're gonna answer, please. You're gonna answer. Don't give me that excuse.
But
unless you are a virgin.
Unless you're a virgin, okay. But you know.
I'm a recycled, a reborn, a born again version, okay? But back in my day,
who's gonna answer the question?
Back in my day, I actually preferred missionary because I feel like it's more intimate, like skin to skin, face to face. I like missionary. Yeah. So that's that. Ah! Okay. Wait, Toya, what's your answer?
Okay, so I definitely am in a gym situation where, depending on the mood, I like different things. Yeah. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like. I get the best angles hit.
So we don't don't need 7 paragraphs. You just have to pick one. Like, please.
Okay, my favorite is missionary.
Okay.
However, I like some other things.
See, we didn't even ask for all that. We just asked to pick between 2, and this girl's like, I'm spicy. I like other things.
Right.
Okay.
Girl. Okay, let's see. Let's go over to our black card revoke and get 1 or 2, and then we come back to the more spicier game. Okay. So this is a majority rules question. Okay. When he says mother effer, it shakes your soul. Who is this? When he says mother effer, it shakes your soul.
I don't understand the question. Can you give it an
Oh. When he says mother, I think I know who said. I think who said it. When he says mother effer, it shakes your soul.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Done.
It has to be.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, it's C. This is a majority rule. It's funny enough, it's a majority rules, but that's him who said it. So it's like that's either a yes or no. That's okay. Here we go. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is actually okay. Okay. What's the word? Oh, Pretorius put doggy style. Girl, I see them little dogs. Okay, I just did a majority rule. Let's see. Okay, this one says, what's a word that people use now that you weren't allowed to use back in the day at grandma's? A, hoe. B, lie. C, shut up. D, piss.
All the above.
What is a word you are able to use now, but you weren't able to use at grandmama's house back in the day? A, hoe. B, lie. C, shut up. Or D, piss. Mine was shut up. You don't tell anybody to shut up. Who are you? So yeah. So I wasn't.
You can use it today?
Well, not in front of this. No, I still won't do that in front of my parents. I still won't. I'd be like,
Lie. Everybody in the comments is saying lie.
Lie.
Yeah.
You lying? Okay.
I don't know. I grew up French. None of these applies.
Yeah.
Facts. Who's always playing a no good? Oh, this is a good one. Who is always playing a no good man in a movie? A, Danny Glover. B, Blair Underwood. C, Clifton Powell. Or D, Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know Clifton Powell. Blair Underwood.
He stayed being on somebody of being weird.
That's true. That's true.
Sam isn't always a bad guy.
No, he's not always a bad guy. Sometimes he's the hero.
Yeah.
Here we go. Should a person be back to let's argue. Should a person be willing to take a bullet for their spouse?
I mean, it depends on what he did. I'm not taking no bullet if you're acting stupid.
Jen is like, wait, was it your fault? Oh, if it was your fault, then no, I'm not taking this bullet for you. Take your own bullet.
If you're acting crazy, that is not part of your agreement, sir. You on your own.
I
know that's right. Taking bullets. Why?
I got a business to build. I got millions to make. I'm not taking bullets for someone who's being stupid.
It depends. Like, yeah, exactly. If it's that situation, but if we were legitimately in danger, I probably would just act on impulse. But who I will definitely always take a bullet for is my son.
It's your baby.
Absolutely.
No questions then.
Girl. Okay. So, the second question on that same card is, if a waiter or waitress has poor service, should you still leave a tip? Jen said immediately no. Immediately no. That's what Jen said.
No. See, I'm not about to send the food back because that's what makes me uncomfortable. But I'm only tipping if I'm happy. That's how I speak up.
I'm sending that food back. It depends. If the service was bad, like, well, it depends. I might not leave as high as a tip I normally would, but I might leave, like, something. Because at the end of the day, waiters don't get paid much.
See, that's why I cross the line. Because, well, first of all, for me, I'm like a 0 or nothing. I mean,
Gotcha.
0 or 100 tipper. Either I'm really happy and I'm giving you a good tip, or I'm just not tipping you at all. But the whole conversation around waiters not being paid enough, that's not my problem. Like, influencers aren't paid enough either, boo-boo.
Facts.
I'm not saying I want a discount on this meal, sir. So take it to your boss, take it to the industry, take it to the food administrator, whoever you need to take it to. But I'm only tipping if I'm happy.
Facts. I feel you.
Yeah, I almost always leave a tip, but it will be lower. It will be lower. I wish I want to be like Jen. I want to be savage like Jen. I want to be petty Jen and just leave. But I feel like I would be so embarrassed. Gotta run out. I don't know.
Embarrassed. Like, you probably never see me again, boo-boo, if your service was bad.
I feel you,
I'm
girl.
gonna walk out of here with my head held high.
I love that energy.
Okay.
See, that's where I become savage. When it comes to sending food back, I'm so uncomfortable.
Oh, I do it.
It's okay. Then, see, that's where I get uncomfortable. But
that food goes dead.
Now, that's extra money that I gotta give you.
That's true.
Facts.
That's the thing that I don't like. This is what I don't like. I don't like that the responsibility to pay someone a living wage is on the customer and not the business owner. That pisses me off.
That's what I mean. That's not my problem. I'm so sorry. I don't really feel for you. We can talk about it all the time. Listen, I will call the manager for you and we can chat it out. But that's not my responsibility to, like, you should be making a, like, the whole industry is rigged when you think about it.
Facts.
The fact that they're not paid fair. That's the problem itself.
Facts. Elise.
It's not going to be pressure on me to tip you.
Elise says, I would ask if they are okay. Everyone has a bad day. You so sweet, girl. I totally feel you on that one. We says, yes.
Nice.
The better the service, the better the tip. Facts. Period. So here go one. You're getting jumped.
Okay, Lauren said that she would leave less. Oh, you're moving on. I was going to read some comments.
Yeah, go ahead.
Grace, I have a question though, because you say you be sending your food back. I don't know. I don't like sending my food back because I just heard that they be doing weird things and
it's going back.
That's scary.
It's going back.
I kind of feel like that's a myth. I used to work in a restaurant, and as much as people will send the food back, I have never seen anybody do anything ratchet in the back. Like you're so busy in the back anyway that they would just kind of like, oh, whatever. Especially if it's a regular. Some people are regulars at sending food back, and they stay coming to the same restaurant. Makes no sense. But anyways, they'll just kind of like laugh it off and like quickly whip up another plate. I've never seen. Like,
okay, so Jen, I'm about to ruin all that for you real quick, and Toya, I'm about to make you probably even more scared.
I don't know if I even want to know.
I have physically, with my own 2 eyes, seen someone do some nasty stuff to somebody's food because it was sent back. Yeah.
What they do.
So this is when I worked at Jack and... Oh, wait. Can I say the company? Yeah, that's fine. This is when I worked at Jack and the Crack at Jack and Box. And... and
we would laugh.
Girl, and we was working the drive-through, and the person who was making the order, like, they had like a little attitude. They was coming at the drive-through order taker, and when they came in, drove to the window. The person gave the food. They went through it. It's like, this is whatever they said. They might have said this is cold or this is not what I ordered. I didn't want no. It was something I didn't want no mustard, but they had a little attitude with it. So they gave the food back, and the drive-through person was just like, no problem, ma'am. We'll take care of it. Took it to the back, and then made a new one. Opened up, I think it was a burger or chicken sandwich. Opened it up, and from the back of their head, maybe they went as far back as when they was 2 years old to get a whole loogie and spit right inside of their food. And then moved it in there to blend in with the sauces. And then gave it to him. And I was like, now why would you do that? They were like, because the way they talk to me, I'm going to show her. But I'm like, that's wicked. That's a wicked person. So.
Yeah,
you're already making the food anyway, so
It's
why
facts.
do all of that? That's just
It's just
you know
really
what, you're
stupid.
gonna have to take it to Jesus. In the
Exactly,
afterlife
exactly.
at
But
this
even
point.
with me have seen all that, I'm still sending that food back. I just have to trust and believe that
I know.
God got me, and ain't no stuff gonna enter into my body that shouldn't be there. In Jesus' name, amen. And if I feel like, you know how sometimes you might feel some type of sensing to like, you know what, something don't feel right, you can just go ahead and keep that food and reimburse my money. That's happened to me before too. So like, it just kind of depends.
Did you guys see that one story of there was I want to say it's like a pizza shop or something, and I don't know why this person did this, but it was a female. She like high key dug inside her pants, grabbed her tampon out, and mixed it with the sauce.
That for real?
Yes, and they had it on camera.
Oh, there's a show that shows things that happen in restaurants, and if you watch that show, girl.
Oh no.
But with all that being said, that food's still going back if it ain't good.
You know,
So, yeah.
that song that's all over Instagram that says you can't eat at everybody's house or whatever.
Very true. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They've been showing how people are cooking at their houses.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I'm starting to feel in my old age. Like,
No.
you be seasoning food in their sinks.
You can't.
It's like you ain't got no bowls.
You can't let everybody at all.
You can't put no mac and cheese in your sink and like
You
your
can't.
hands all up in the noodles.
That's disgusting. Okay. Yes, indeed. That's nasty. Okay. We got a few more, and then I guess we can turn to questions if there's any questions in your comment box. All right. Let's say you're getting jumped. You're getting jumped, and your friend runs. Would you still be their friend afterwards?
I mean, I just know where we stand, you know?
Which,
like,
if I'm getting jumped, that means there's multiple people on me, and you run. If you run and don't do nothing, like you didn't come back with the authorities, you don't do, you at home, and I end up going to the hospital. You best to know we're not friends no more. I don't care. You didn't try to send help? Because maybe my friend can't fight. Maybe you can't fight. Okay, cool. Did you bring the authorities back? Did you bring me some help? You just went home and started eating some noodles and chilled? Girl.
Oh my God. Renee says blocked.
Girl. So you left me for death. Okay.
People that do stuff like that, they'll look at you like you have a problem.
Girl.
Like, oh, hi.
I never like, are you like the next day? Never happened. You okay? You okay,
girl? Girl. I'll be like, oh, you sure right.
Oh
okay.
God.
Duly
So
noted.
Juju, I think that's her name. I don't know if that's how you say it. She said she would be the friend that runs.
But you gotta send help back, Juju. Juju, you gotta send help. You gotta send help. You can't leave your friend for death. Seriously. All right, and the last question. This one's actually good too. But did OJ do it?
Yes. I don't know if he did it.
Okay, that's not a good one. I don't want to end on that note. That was a simple one. Okay, should have. Oh, this one might be sensitive. I might not want it. Oh, this one's good. Chicken wings, drums or flats? Drums all day.
Absolutely.
Drums all day.
I like me some flats.
I'm not working for my food that hard. Okay, I'll be breaking bones apart, trying to get the middle with the meat. You know, nah. Just give me the
drums all day. Give me the meaty part. Yes, Toya, I'm with that.
That's the fun part.
Hello. Okay.
Don't want to labor for my food. Okay. I pay big money to
like flats. Oh, listen, the answers are coming in and flats are winning. Oh!
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all tell us, are you flats or drums? Flats or drums?
Some about the flats.
I'm a drum girl all day, every day.
I got 3 drums.
They don't know what they talking about.
5 flats.
They sleepy, that's why they saying that. Yes.
How? Someone says you gotta work that tongue in the flats.
Y'all trying to go somewhere else. Abort. Girl.
This is not that type of conversation, Barnes.
Oh, look. Wait, we said that to the question about leaving your friend getting jumped. She's talking about the scene in Girlfriends when Joan left Tony. Y'all remember that scene? Joan was out. Joan was out. You're right. She was out. She said, "I don't know how to fight, and I know that very well." Okay.
Yeah, she that.
You
know,
got.
It's funny because I watched Girlfriends. I was maybe like last year, 2 years ago during the pandemic, like over as an adult, and then I realized how toxic that group of friends actually were.
You think so?
I don't know. I kind of feel like they were kind of sad. Like Tony was pretty savage with them. Joan was always kind of very self-centered with her shit. I don't know.
Real quick.
A lot going on. Like,
sorry, real quick, y'all. Leave your questions.
That I didn't even realize.
Sorry, Jen, not to interrupt. Any questions y'all have, go ahead and put it in there so we can get to it, and we're gonna be soon wrapping up. Okay, go ahead, Jen.
I just thought they had a really weird.
You think it was toxic though?
Interaction with each other. I think it was toxic.
That's a good question for a
like the amount of things that Tony would do. I don't know if like how they all put up with all that craziness. And Joan.
Oh, Tony.
I don't want to say. I want to say Joan was jealous. I just feel like she was really like if you weren't all about Joan, then she felt some sort of way. And we know she was struggling to have a relationship.
So that means, what's that love language? Quality time is probably her love, not quality time. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know if it was toxic. I feel like each woman. I don't know if each woman definitely represented a very relatable persona. So Tony was probably my least favorite because I felt like she was very narcissistic, but I like Joan. I like Joan. I also like a little bit of what's the girl's name that never had her own house? That was just going from house to house.
Maya.
Did you say Toya? Maya, yeah. I like. No, Lynn.
Maya.
It's Lynn, right? Yeah,
Lynn.
Yes. Come on, like Lynn had a lot of work to do to kind of.
She did, but I love her quirkiness.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I can totally relate to the quirkiness of her.
They giggled the hell out of Lynn. Lynn should have been grew up. I don't know what happened.
See? Toxic. They enabled that girl straight through. Like years of just like couch surfing and etc.
They did enable it. You're right. I wouldn't have enabled it so long. I'm like Lynn. But thing is, Lynn was educated. Yeah. She had degrees too. That's the crazy part. That girl was educated, but just trying to find her way for a long time.
That's how she was. I think that was her way of kind of avoiding life, is to just keep stacking education, like going through school and getting degrees or whatever.
Yeah.
And not actually leaving the school system and going into the real world. She just didn't want to. She wasn't about that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And
I don't even know how William was even still there.
Girl, William was a trip.
What? William, Lord have mercy. Anyway.
That's crazy. Barnes has a question.
What's up, Barnes?
She be coming in strong. She said, sorry if you answered this already, but do any of you offer a membership or new content creation course, etc.? Okay, Barnes. Barnes, I can
sorry,
y'all. For myself, but 2023? Let me tell you something. I'm going to be dropping things right and left in 2023.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, girl, because we're going to be working on a lot of things next year.
Yeah, I think we
and I think...
What was the question? Sorry, I had to take Kofi out.
Barnes asked, if we offer a membership, mentorship, or new content creator course, etc.
Oh yeah, it's coming up.
I was telling her that 2023 is about to be the year.
Yeah, it's going down. 2023. Not only will that be coming, but YouTube also has a membership feature as well. I plan to basically launch something through that as well. I plan to launch something through that too. And then also Instagram has a feature that allows you to also have membership. So I plan to utilize that too, but just have to plan it out well to make sure that it adds value to anyone that joins. So 2023 is going down, God willing.
Yeah, and I think a lot of time, a lot of us, we get in our heads when it comes to utilizing these things that are available, like Patreon, Instagram membership, YouTube membership. We get in our heads a lot just thinking that it's not going to be valuable. And then we get questions like that when someone's like, do you have a Patreon?
Right.
Someone actually asked, not a question, but it was more of a comment. She said, for real, we should have a Patreon podcast. I guess she's enjoying our conversation. Okay, girl, thank you for joining.
Speaking of podcasts, yes. Speaking of podcasts, 2023. But I think Toya has a membership through YouTube as well, y'all. So I think that's already launched, and y'all should definitely check it out. Right, Toya? I'll let you go ahead and speak to it.
I actually shut it down
because
I want to do some restructuring, and I want to make sure that the offering that I'm giving has value to that particular audience.
Gotcha.
So I actually stopped it, and I just want to make sure that when I come out for something that it's the right offering. So I did shut it down for now.
So so something like that of what has been asked is we all have plans of having in 2023, and also by God's grace we plan to do some stuff together as well. So y'all just make sure you stay tuned. You stay subscribed to all of our channels, us on Instagram. Make sure you are a part of the email and text messaging on all of our websites. And y'all going to be notified when that sucker drop, you feel? I have a question on my end. This is my first. Elise Sykes asked, I hope I didn't miss any questions before that. If I did, I'm sorry, y'all. Please repost it. Elise Sykes asks, what do you ladies do? This is my first time. Well, welcome to the party, Elise Sykes. Thank you for hanging and joining us. Okay, so this will be a quick answer. And then, Jasmine, I'm going to come to your question right after that because I know you asked this earlier. So what I actually do, as in my FTE, my full-time employment, is I'm in healthcare IT. So that's what I do full-time. And then I'm not going to say on the side. In addition to that, I also run an e-commerce business called thatnaplife.com. And then also what you're currently on, I have NappyFu. And soon a blog will come out, which will be nappyfu.com.
I'm a YouTuber, content creator. I have two different channels. One is dedicated to hair care. The other is fashion, beauty, lifestyle. I also have an e-commerce business as well, selling t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts. And I am an actress, and I do acting and content creation full time.
It's crazy how we all wear so many different hats.
Yeah.
Similar to the other lovely ladies, I'm also a content creator, YouTuber. I create content around natural hair, lifestyle, beauty, self-development, mental health, all that good stuff to get you feeling good and feeling confident in your body. And 2023 is going to be the year where, I'll be launching a few extra things, adding a few extra titles under my name. But this is what I do in a nutshell.
Amen to that. Jasmine Ogunyemi. Sorry, just because I have, sorry. What? Okay. She asks us, when growing your hair out, do you notice it getting thicker before you see the length?
Yes, for me, at least with shrinkage, my hair will disappear fuller before I start noticing that it's longer. And my hair also grows up, so it's hard for me to even notice that it's growing a lot of the time unless I go back to like other videos or people will tell me, oh my God, damn, your hair has grown. And I'm like, has it? Wait a minute. Like I'll have to check, but I don't typically notice my length like that because of just the nature of my hair and how much it shrinks. And the more it grows, the more it shrinks. It's very weird.
Can I just say something about Jen? She will break your heart if you are attached to her hair. Okay.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you say, she'd be like, "Oh, let me go get it cut." Like she is not afraid of fingers, and I love that about her.
I'm not loyal with my length at all. My audience constantly is on my back about me cutting my hair. They're always like, Jen. And I'm like, maybe I'll grow it out, maybe I won't. But I kind of really move with how I feel when it comes with my hair. I feel like I've just been put in a box for too long when it came to how I should do my hair and wear my hair, etc. So now that I have control, I'm just like, I'm going to change it up. So every 2 years at the very least, there's a new drastic change. So don't get attached to my length at all. But just know that it's growing.
My lights went out.
I know it's growing.
Yes.
I've reached this point in my hair
Alexa,
where I'm not
turn on the light full
unless I'm very intentional about noticing it. It's just gotten to a length where okay, first of all, I'm a nipple length, okay? That as I've aged, that goalpost has moved and had a baby and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I want long hair, and then after that, I think my ultimate goal is to get locks. But that's gonna be like, I want Angela Bassett, Wakanda locks. I want white, like I want all white locks. That would be so dope.
That would
nice,
be
nice,
dope.
nice. Okay, and then y'all bring the questions in now. Let me just throw one more in, and someone else would have to go. Sorry, y'all in the chat rooms. If I don't get to your question, please don't get mad at me. She asks, okay, so you asked a 2-part question, but I'm going to answer the first one, and then I'm going to present the second one to the group. So I would love to hear their 2 responses to the second one. Any thoughts about starting I guess the first one too. Okay. Any thoughts about starting your own hair products? We're going to give you like a straight answer because we kind of probably all getting really sleepy and tired. For me, I never limit what could happen. So it's not a no for me, but I know as of right now, that's not like a 2023 thing for me, but eventually in the future it'll come.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it takes a lot of capital to start your own like physical product line or offering. So, y'all gotta support us, share our content, get us these brand deals. And once that's up there, then I would love to have a no bullshit hair care line. Maybe I should just call it that.
Yeah.
No bullshit. No BS.
No BS. Yeah, I definitely would love to have a line someday. That's definitely a goal of mine. I don't know when that will happen. Like you said, it takes a lot of capital. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of testing. There are so many different phases to creating a product that is safe, that actually works, that is accessible to the audience that you want to make it accessible for. So it is a very long process, but I would love to do it one day.
And then her follow-up question is, what is the hair industry lacking regarding 4C hair?
Oh, that's kind of deep.
I know, that's why I was like, that's a good little question, She said she's going to make us think today.
In terms of what? Like in terms of products or just in general?
Just in general. What is the hair industry lacking regarding 4C hair?
I would say, I hate to even say it, but I would still go with more representation and just having us be on, say, product labels or billboards or like just raw 4C hair, like my hair is right now, unaltered, just being presented to the audience that way. Because I think the more people get to see their hair like this or see someone that confidently wears their natural hair like that, then I think that would also help them wear their hair the same way. Because you wouldn't believe how many messages I will get from women, especially now that I do a lot more wash and goes, where they'll say, I don't have wash and go hair. And it's like, what does that even mean? And I know exactly what they mean because I kind of felt the same way too at some point, where I just felt like wearing my hair in a wash and go wasn't acceptable. Like wearing my hair like this was shrunken and just doing it, staying like no definition per se. I'm not trying to get it super defined. That's not acceptable. Like I grew up with that idea, and it's still kind of, still in my head. Like I'll wear my hair like this, and my mom will be like, "You going out like this? Why? Like you're not gonna do nothing?" And I think the more we see people confidently wear their hair like this, especially in places where it's not acceptable, then I think the more it'll encourage other people to do the same that has tightly coiling hair.
Toya?
So just accepting natural hair just as is in all settings.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm piggybacking off of that, and I know that someday, you know, when I create my line, I definitely want to focus on that. I feel like, you know, be the change that you want to see, and you know, that's really exciting to me, because I do find that many brands, they kind of start for one person or one kind of archetype of a person, and then what I feel a lot of brands ended up doing was they create a hair care line for someone, and then once the numbers of how Black people consume product and, you know, how much money they can make in the Black market, I think a lot of brands then tried to market either the same products to us, or, you know, make a couple tweaks, latch on to a couple buzzwords, and then market it to us so that they could get a piece of the pie. And I definitely would love to change that at some point.
Well said. Well said. I have nothing to add to that. The first word that came to my mind was representation, honest representation. Like when you have the 4C only, but they're on the screen with their hair straight. I'm like, that doesn't represent and nothing at all. But Jen, someone asked you a question directly. Jasmine Oguyemi is asking you, Jen, do you think that the no oil, no butter is good for toddlers as well? How old? Toddler. How old, Jasmine? How old is your baby? How old is the toddler? Well, what's toddler age? 4 to 5? 5, 6?
For kids, so just
okay, yeah, for kids.
I guess. Yes, I think so. I think the no oil and butter is about, well, let me take that back. What I'm going to say is it depends on the parent. And I say this because I also realize that not every parent has the time and resources and energy to, say, do their child's hair every week. Because with this method, you want to be consistent, and you want to be able to do your hair or your kid's hair on a regular basis. So it's not a method where you can just kind of put your kid's hair in a protective style and leave it for a month type thing, if that's the time that you do have to take care of their hair. But other than that, like, it's just hair care. And the way that you're going to go about moisturizing and hydrating the hair on a consistent basis actually makes it easier every single time that you do it. And I say this because I see, for example, my sister-in-law, she has 2 daughters, and they have a lot of hair. Bless her soul. They have a lot of thick, long hair, and she would put it in braids and kind of, you know, do it every month or so when she has the time. But if she was to do it a little bit more consistently, then it would be less of a task. You know, how your hair would dry out and becomes a little bit more tangly, then that won't happen if you're doing it on a consistent weekly basis. But at the same time, the reality is you may not have the time to do their hair every week. So I think that's where, you know, you may want to do more protective styling, etc. But you can still do protective styling without the oil and the butters. It comes down to a matter of personal preference, like at that point. And I know a lot of naturals will argue that being able to coat their hair in an oil so that it stays lubricated for as long as they need it to be, say a month or so, is more beneficial. It can be arguable, but again, that's why I say it's a matter of preference. But when it comes to hair care, it's all around. You can use it for your kids, you can use it for yourself, you can use it for your grandma.
Okay. She said her daughter she said her daughter is going to be, well, she said she's almost 4. She's going to be 4 on New Year's Day. So happy birthday in advance to baby girl. Yes, indeed. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Yeah, any questions from y'all?
I've seen parents on TikTok, for example, just use a mousse in their daughter's hair and like put it in twists or braids for the week. And yeah, that's perfectly normal. Or use like a cream or something and do their hair that way. And that's just perfectly acceptable. Yes. Questions on my end. Someone asked if we had any plans for our 2023 content. I think we kind of talked about that a little bit. but maybe you guys want to expand and say what you're looking forward to creating and what everyone should be looking forward to consuming.
For 2023, okay. Merch wise, I plan to take that Nap Life like bigger than what it is now in the name of Jesus. So that's my prayer there. That's a big thing for me. So I'm really trying to make it like just how it is in my head. It's just this really great lifestyle brand. So by God's grace, that will happen, and I'm hoping to have like a whole team that can assist me. Because one thing I'm knowing, you can't do nothing alone. So I'm definitely just in search of that, and I'm believing that as time goes by, I'll be brought. I feel like the right people to make my dream come true will be brought my way. As far as NappyFu go, a blog will definitely be coming out. And then as far as content goes, everything y'all seen this year will remain and just get better. And I also plan to incorporate a lot more faith-based content, a little bit more in detail, just giving like the real rawness of it as far as my journey goes. Y'all know I sprinkle it here and there, but as far as like detail, like as detailed as I do with natural hair, I don't think I really have been doing that with my faith journey. So I definitely plan to bring that out a lot more. So. And then everything else, travel vlogs, all that stuff will remain. And and then I plan to start bringing in a little bit of fashion. So eventually.
Nice. Toya.
Hey, I have 2 different channels, and it's a lot, but I'm thankfully able to tap into everything that I ever want to do. So like hair care, I want to experiment more with my hair, like I always do. Have deeper conversations. I feel like I'm finding a place where I'm enjoying having conversations about what's happening in the natural hair community, as well as just taking you guys through more of my hairstyles like throughout the week, and just going deeper basically with my lifestyle, fashion, beauty, my other channel, Latoya Ebony, deeper, stronger, like everything is, I just want to be able to engage with you guys more. I definitely want to bring more of a live stream aspect to my content. And, business-wise, I'm working right now on getting a team together so that I can give you guys better content, and I can focus a lot more on the creative aspect and give you guys something that's interesting and quality. And I just want to go deeper with it, and I'll be essentially just revamping a lot of things and making it better.
Nice. I mean, I think we all have similar goals in terms of where we want to take our content. So for me, for sure, I want to be more consistent on creating in general, so YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and repurposing that content as well, so that I'm working smarter, not harder. Definitely working around having a team as well for, just to make this more sustainable and make it go further. And I also want to come out with my own thing, whatever this thing is going to be. Haven't figured it all out yet, but can start with merch and then going into courses or just whatever item flows out of me that makes it more sustainable for me, but also add more value into what I'm creating, because I do want to diversify my content more and talk about deeper, more thought-provoking posts when it comes to natural hair, but also personal development, like I said, mental health, just health in general. I want to bring these different aspects out, because those are the things that matters to me anyway. That's what I do in my day-to-day anyway. So I just want to have a deeper look into who Jen is and bring that out to my platforms. That's what I would say. Has any Black person ever pulled you aside Wait, did I say something? Did I miss something?
No.
Oh, keep going.
Yeah.
Has any black person ever pulled you aside and said your hair was not professional?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've never had a stranger pull me to the side and say anything like that. I think when it comes to societal pressure, I've definitely felt that. I've definitely felt left out of the beauty crew, the elites of the beauty categories in the world, generally speaking, specifically family. Not necessarily, like I remember when I was, because I'm an actress, and when I first thought about going natural, my mother, she was concerned with my acting career, and she was concerned about, what roles I would get. And mind you, this was 12 years ago when there were no Viola Davises like showing, type 4 textured hair on screen. And, she was very concerned that, I wouldn't be cast, and concerned about the kind of roles that I would get with my natural hair, because you guys know about like typing, who can play this, who can play that, based off of what they look like. And she was concerned that my personality and my hair wouldn't match the roles that I would be cast in, more professional roles. So it was a challenge. It was challenging getting through that, and even still today, they're just now starting to have conversations about hair in the entertainment space. And, I definitely think it's something I might want to dive more into on my channel eventually. But yeah.
Quick shout out. We says thank you, Jen, Toya, and myself. This was a fantastic chat. And Jasmine Ogunyemi says she normally is a quiet watcher of our channels, and she just wants to say that she loves us, and this is amazing. Honestly, something worth paying for a monthly basis. Girl, you better speak this passive income ideas into our life. Yes, indeed. Yes, I love it. Okay, amen. Well, Jasmine, you know what I'm saying? We listen. We don't limit ourselves at all. So we are multi-talented women, and we definitely appreciate your support, Jasmine. Okay. And Samantha is asking Toya and myself, because she already knows Jen is the queen of color. Okay. Would we ever experiment in coloring our actual hair? Mine is a straight, simple answer of no.
I have colored my hair many times in the past when I was relaxed. I used to have lots of like blonde highlights and honey blonde and all that stuff. I'm starting to get gray hair on my hairline, and so I have been contemplating maybe doing some coverage here and there. I think what holds me back from color outside of the obvious of it going all the way left and me having to cut my hair off is my acting career as well. Because as soon as I change my hair, then I have to spend hundreds of dollars. I mean, I'm talking close to $1,000 and getting new headshots. It's very expensive to change your look as an entertainer. So that's something I'd have to really heavily consider. So, I mean, I'm not a yes or no. I'm still thinking.
So I'll give a little explanation, I guess. For me, it's a no, because I just have no desire for it. I am someone who does, I have experience with weave. I deal with weave. I know how to color weave. I want to say, well, I know how to color weave very, very well. So for me, it's more about if I have an itch for color, I'm going to do it through weave. But as far as like the closest I've ever done in coloring my hair was adding blonde streaks when I was in high school. And that's probably the closest I got to it. But I personally don't have like the desire to modify or break up the bonds of my hair to get some kind of color into it. Because I just don't want to deal with what all it comes with. But yeah, so for me, I just think it's just no, because I'm like, well, also, I feel like if I were to color my hair, it won't stay that long because I'll end up changing my mind to something else. So I just rather just do that through weave, because I can change it as much as I want to. Yeah.
That's fair.
Let's. Jen, you have more questions? Toya, did you have questions before your live shut down?
Grace, there's a question for you.
Oh, what's up?
What have been your experience with African hair products versus the product you're using now overseas?
Overseas. So, my experience with African hair or hair products based in Africa versus over here. The products made in Africa, they're not saying, they're not making it like it's a general. The ones I've used, which ones have I don't remember the names of them. Because I know I've got in my hair. I will say this, the ones I've used while in Nigeria are not ones that I would use over here because of the ingredients that's in it. It's not as many natural ingredients in there as I normally would like. Some of the ingredients have
interesting.
Some of them are like mineral based, and mineral oil based, and I personally I'm not a fan of mineral oil based products. Not anything necessarily against it. It's just not a fan for me. But the biggest product I've used from back home, of course, is shea butter, and that's the only place I would get it from. So in a way, I kind of feel like the products that they have that is supposed to cater, that they have in order to cater to tourists, like those who travel there and don't necessarily live there, I feel like are not like the Camille Rose, the TGIN type of stuff. It's a little bit different. But natural-based products like their shea butter and the different type of oils that they have over there, the shea powder, that's the best place to get it from. So, but overall, my experience is not necessarily.
Have you tried shea powder?
I haven't. I actually have been sent it from another company, and I think I've even gotten it myself from Amazon. I haven't physically actually done it because when I read the benefits of it, I get majority of that from my Ayurvedic that I'm already using. So I'm not at a place to like now add something else into it. So, but I always tell people ask me what I think about shea powder. I actually always recommend y'all go to this my friend, her name is Shola, but on YouTube she's known as Discovering Naturals. She has tons of videos about shea powder. Oh, yeah. Her and her two daughters have documented her two daughters, I think one is like about to go to college, the other one is in high school or middle school, but their whole natural hair journey has been documented since they was like babies, okay? So I always recommend going to their channel and checking out that keyword of shea powder because she has experimented on her hair, which is, I want to say 4B. One of her daughters is 4C, and then another daughter is mixed texture. I think that's the perfect way to find out to get a gauge of how it might be on your hair. But yeah, like I said, the benefits of it, I get it already through the powders I currently already use. So I'm not really trying to add another layer to it. But good question.
Another good question for you. Will you share your workout journey? You've been holding out on the people, and the people are asking.
Yeah, you have. Because I'm curious myself.
That is something. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. How will I don't know, but I will. I will share it more. Okay, I just have to get out of my head, because that requires me showing a lot more of me, right? As far as like physically, and so it's kind of like one of those situations where I know I don't need to overthink it on how I want to shoot it, what angles, what work I want to do. It's like one of those situations of not overthinking it because I'm never going to present it as if I'm like a guru or I don't know nothing about it. I'm figuring it out just like everybody else. And I know that's the beautiful part of if I were to capture that type of content, or when I capture that content, that is the beautiful part of it. I'm figuring it out like everybody else. So will I add that layer, like basically workout, fitness, lifestyle to my channel? I will say yes. And since I said yes, I definitely have to do it. Good question.
You got to do it. We're going to hold you accountable.
Thank you, ma'am.
I also want to know more tips about solo travel, too.
Solo travel. Girl, yes, you're right. I must mix because y'all know, girl, y'all know travel is my love language, baby. So yes, yes. I will, because you know, in my like, it's another thing about being in my head because I watch these other content creators who specifically provide you with travel tips, and I'm like, I don't have all that, but I don't have to, right? I don't have to have all that. I can only share
And
what
that's
I
the thing.
right.
We can be in our heads about kind of comparing. I was just talking about way, for example, post and forget, and not compare yourself to someone else's journey who's already up there,
Facts.
production wise, how they share wise, etc.
Facts.
Just sharing from a place of what you learn, what you've experienced, not even positioning yourself as an expert.
Right.
But
Never
this
that.
is the journey that you're going through. And
Yeah.
if anything, I find that us sharing the journey sometimes can be even more valuable to a viewer, because they don't want to learn from an expert that already had, fit 6 apps or whatever, but they want to see you and your, going from point A to point B. That's more relatable. That's where they are as well. So I think don't get in your head about not even seeing the value of what you would be sharing in terms of your journey, because it could be very valuable for other people who are in the same space as you are.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And I'm saying that.
Yeah, I completely agree. It makes me think about all of us, how we started incorporating newer niches and newer content into our channel because we finally got out of our head and we see how it's being received, So it's kind of like, it's like that situation. Like I might, like being in my head is something I know is possible, but just, like I told y'all, like I've said in my channel, I'm in this season of do it anyway. So that's kind of where it's at. I might have these thoughts in my head, but I'm going to push past that and get it out there anyway. Because I know, or I'm believing it will, if it helps at least one person, I'm good to go. And like, yeah, you're right. Sharing the journey is the beautiful part, as opposed to sharing when I already arrived. Like, it's like you arrived, okay, but how'd you even get there? Give me the backstory. People want the backstory. I know I love the backstory of people's journeys. When I know the backstory, I connect with them even more. When I don't have anywhere to know your backstory, I'm just seeing the abs already. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good for you. That's cute.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, keeping that in mind, for all of us, any new content that we want to bring out that we may be in our head about, or a little, not as confident bringing to our audience, we should just do it. And also sharing the journey, I think, has a lot of values. When you think about us sharing our natural hair, we just started.
Yeah.
Note to self, Jen.
Facts. All right,
well, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yes.
We appreciate it. We enjoyed it. It's almost midnight for me. Y'all know I'm getting old.
You're not getting old. Yes. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with your girls. It was exceptionally fun. It went a lot longer than we expected. I think we said like, okay, 1.5, 2 hours tops. This is like 10 hours later. But it was fun. It was very, very fun.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Very true. And that's a beautiful part. Like I thoroughly enjoy everything. You have to understand, like, every time we get together and we get to chatting, y'all seen the TikTok reaction videos, like it be like that all the time, even in our little chat rooms when we're just talking and texting or doing voice notes. So to that point, I want to say it's always important to just have that community of people that it gets you just as you are, holds you accountable, and definitely challenges you to be the best person you definitely can be. When I'm not seeing that green light or the sparkling star that is there, what I mean by that, like when I'm not seeing the potential in something, I have friends like Toya and Jen that be like, Grace, is you crazy? Girl, you can do this. We see it very clearly. And they give me even a game plan with it. Like they have talked about the traveling and giving like traveling tips. They brought this idea to me more than one time. And I'm always like, okay, yeah. But then they bring it up again. And I'm definitely a firm believer of like everything happens for a good reason in the end. So let me not ignore the signs, right? But this live was definitely something that I really hope y'all enjoyed. I really hope that y'all learned something, gained some information, especially in the beginning of the live when I was given a lot of the perspective of being a YouTube content creator. And I appreciate you both ladies. I appreciate Jen. I appreciate Toya. I appreciate y'all as just women individually and the stuff that y'all bring to our community, the natural hair community as a whole. Is not something that I take for granted, you know, and I mean, then I get it all shut up. But I'm just saying, I really love y'all, and I think y'all are, I think y'all are awesome, and we need more and more of that. Because just one side note, y'all know, y'all seen the videos about natural hair community and whether it's failed us, it's dying, is it over? It's definitely not. And I appreciate women like Toya and Jen that as much as we know that only doing natural hair community can honestly sustain us financially, but it's not something we're ever going to ever stop doing, you know, because Ambrosia had said something. Ambrosia, I don't know her full YouTube channel. I think it's Ambrosia Marlboro. It might be her actual name.
I think it's Brosia.
Oh, Brosia, okay. She brought up a good point that we have all discussed before, that at the end of the day, we need this type of content. So just keep that in mind, that when it comes to putting this stuff out, it can be emotionally and challenging for us because, you know, we're like, how would it be received, so forth and so on. So, but we appreciate that how it has been received has been very great. So we thank y'all for your consistent support and just keep supporting us, y'all. You know, it definitely helps us out. So, you know, but yeah, over to you, ladies. Or was that the end? Y'all want me to wrap it up for everybody?
And that being said, the sentiments are shared, and yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys always showing us love, clicking on all our links, purchasing my self-care box, Grace and Toya's merch. You know, stay tuned for 2023. Is going to be a great year. We're all doing Vlogmas actually, which means there's a video on our channel every single day.
Every day.
So you can't miss us. Our face is everywhere. Like, it's all up in your face, like Grace be saying. So we're out here, and we love you guys, and we appreciate the love and support, always.
All right, y'all.
And I also appreciate the fact that we were able to connect and
yes,
the friendship that we're cultivating, you know, through the natural hair community. You know, as much as it's like, oh my God, it's a failure, but we've cultivated some great friendships through this movement. So.
And shout out to our connection staying. Thank you, you two, for coming through for your girls. Okay, hallelujah. Thank y'all. So we are checking out.
You guys.
Deuces.
For those of you who couldn't join my live because it failed, I will work with Jen and Grace to see if I can get some content up over this. Okay.
I'm not sharing.
I'm sharing.
I'm not sharing no content.
Thank y'all.
We got you, Toya.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
All right, love y'all.
Have
Bye.
Bye.
All right, stream is ending.
I'm acting like it's my live. Jen's live.